Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back and it's our last time in the UK, streaming here for a little good while by the looks of things. And so we figured we'd do a great send-off with the finale of Tyrants Thrall. And let's go around and meet the cast and crew, figure out who we are, who we're playing, and all that good shit. So let's start with Louise, our fantastic DM for today. How's it going, Louise?
I'm going great. How are you?
I am well. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm ready for my family to be butchered before me. I've accepted my fate now. And yeah, that's really the last box to tick on my...
I've packed.
Family dead. pretty much. Alright, so yeah, let's go around and meet the rest of the cast and crew and figure out who we are playing today. So we have not so speedruns today, returning to reprise his role as Tyrants. How's it going, Speedy?
It's going great. Yeah, I am also ready to have, well, actually my entire family has been stripped from me in just a less violent fashion.
Your whole family has stripped for you. Okay, that's weird. Your family shouldn't be stripped from me.
I mean, my wife should be, but she's not going to anymore. She's gone.
She's definitely gone.
You wonder why she's left you. Stripped from me now. I demand it.
Yeah.
This is a man wants what a man wants.
Tyrus is a man of his time. You can find our character sheets online there if you want to find out more about Tyrus and his stats, of course. And we have Toolschool returning to reprise his role as Flinrick tonight. How's it going, Toolschool?
Hey, how you doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm interested to see where the fun and excitement will lead us as we have, doppelgangers and fires and where the hell's Polly, oh my.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm worried about Polly. There's only bad things in store for me. And speaking of bad things, how's it going, Josh?
Yeah, not bad. It's gonna be an interesting finale. I'm not really sure. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sort of like weighing it up, and I don't see us salvaging anything good from this. I feel like this is just gonna be shit, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah, I will be playing. I will be reprising my role as Artie, the Prince of Thieves, also potentially the Prince of this entire kingdom. You know, stuff came up. No one in the party is mad at me at all.
Nobody
or knows. Or knows. So that's wonderful. Apart from Polly, and as we've established, where Polly is concerned, nothing good can possibly happen. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, I guess. So before we do our recap, I remind you guys, of course, you can affect the game. Your players net 1s, net 20s. You can see a couple of them are actually on the screen still from where they're left over from last week. So I believe Speedy has a nat 1 and a nat 20, and Louise is a nat 1. Here's a tweet for you guys, of course, 20 retweets and a viewer decision. Very touchpad, my man, for 11 months, holy moly. That's nearly a year since we've been partners, we gotta do something. Also, if you haven't follow, we're trying to hit 14,000 Twitch followers today, so if you haven't followed yet, that would be an awesome send-off for me before I leave the UK for the US, so let's see if we can make that happen. Of course, 20 followers, viewer decision, and if you subscribe or become a patron on Patreon, and it can affect it. But yeah, I will hand over to Louise to do our little recap for tonight's session, or the session to end all sessions.
Yes, very emotional time. So bring the tissues, bring everything.
The happy tissues or the sad tissues?
I mean, just in case, bring everything. Just you never want to. You can't be too sure, really.
This is true.
Okay, I'm ready.
So previously on Tyrants Thrall, in the run-up to today's session, this entire campaign takes place in a kingdom called Azimeth, a kingdom that was ruled by a tyrant called Iabus Saran, a cruel and vicious leader. A 5-year-long revolution was fought against him and his family, and was won mainly by these 4 leaders that built this and brought the community together to overthrow this tyrant. And things were great for a while until things weren't great and everything went wrong. And that kind of just sums up the entire campaign. But moving on from there, our party specifically were asked to investigate a series of changes that seem to have happened in these leaders. They seem to have grown corrupt. Things were on the down, and the party were asked to investigate these. They found that the city guard had been disbanded, that they had been replaced with specialized officers of treason who were very kindly lent from Mendara, which is very nice of the neighbors to the north there. They found in their investigations that things weren't all they seemed with the leaders, especially after discovering one of them, Lariah, slumped, unresponsive, and dead inside the embassy. From a further investigation, they found that the leaders themselves, not necessarily the leaders themselves, more figures that seem to have taken their form. Again, not good news. Along these travels, they found horrible amalgamations of corpses that seem to have been fused together by some form of unnatural, unholy magic, and this magic seemed to run through the entire city itself like blood, and blood indeed began to flow through the city as riots started. As mentioned in the introductions, a lot of family traumas and dramas happened along the way, and that all leads us to where we are now, where the party have successfully defeated the figure of Dent, whoever was taking that, Tarian as well. Alif seemingly seems to be okay. Lariah is the only one left, and she, as we know, is in Mendara, and with her are the city's last chance of salvation or perhaps destruction. And that's where we left off last time. Also, we killed Donald Trump last time, which I can't let go. That's something that we did. So that's also, I think that's been clipped. So if you've missed that, go back and watch it, or go back and watch it on YouTube, because that was a very cathartic moment for all of us. It was great. It was great.
Fantastic. All right, let's do it then. Let's do it.
So, just jumping straight into it, you guys are outside the temple that is still burning, but seems to be burning out now. Artie, as you remember, you found your sister inside this temple. Your Tyrus's family disappeared. Polly, again, vanished. What do you guys do?
Shit. I'm gonna...
Yeah, what do we do after that, though?
Well, that's gonna take me a good 2 minutes.
I need to go find my wife.
Your wife and my daughter... I don't know if Polly's... I don't know if she's alive.
It seems as though the only answers left for us to find are in Mendara with Alith, where this all started.
Has there been damage done here? Is there something that is going to consume these people or turn these corpses into monstrosities before we go?
I don't know what else we can do. We've blessed the water. We've hopefully put an end at some of this. We can certainly notify the other temples that holy water does seem to have a cleansing effect, basically consecrate the city. But until the root of this evil is pulled out,
Kill off the head
from its origin, I don't think that we will ever have peace.
You might be right.
Just gonna keep happening.
It only took a year before this happened to us.
Guards, I want you to spread the word. New orders from Dent.
Yes, sir.
You are no longer treason officers. You are to go find the previous city guard. You are to re-employ them and have them protect the city.
Sir, yes, sir.
Poor officers, they don't know who they are anymore.
I feel really bad, like Dent's basically been like, torch this entire region. 30 minutes later, Dent's like, now make amends for all the damage you've done. What did I do?
They do look very confused, but they're not the ones to ask questions. They've seen you burn down a temple, so they're not really wanting to push you.
We'll fuck with the gods, you know.
We've accomplished our mission. It's time to move on and to start making this region prosper. So go. On with it.
It's our only hope, I think. The only
No
hope for
more
Polly.
killing civilians.
Yeah, I've never been on board with that.
So, sorry, sir. Just following orders, sir.
As you should have been.
My orders,
Things
yes.
have changed.
Remember that good old days when I told you to run down
I've
civilians in the
changed.
street?
I've changed.
I would change
I've
man.
had an epiphany.
I found God.
I've sobered up.
I love communism now.
Proletariat have risen.
Yeah, at your orders, they will depart, ready to carry out your demands.
Good.
All right, how do we get to Mendara quickly?
Boats? Perhaps?
Yeah, do we know
Boats,
that?
boats.
Is boat travel the quickest way, or is horseback?
Mhm.
What's the best route for us to get to wherever to where the delegation went and this all started? Or actually, we have the letter. Wherever the letter said that we're supposed to meet.
Mm-hmm. The letter written from Lariah to your new friend Alif was to the capital of Mendara, which is where you've been asked to go. You would know that the fastest way to Mendara would be by sea. You can get there relatively the same way by cart, but you may experience some difficulties.
I'm just imagining the scene now. The geese are coming. So the giant geese swoop in and they take us to Mordor. Yeah.
Poseidon comes.
We've been ignoring the entire thing with
Gandalf, the geese are
Aquila.
coming.
Like Aquila was clearly had a presence here.
Yeah, she's here. She is here.
Who's here? Okay, so
And
That's
I
the
hope that she
reason.
is benevolent.
The neglect of Aquila is the reason that everything has gone to shit. Like,
There we
it's
go.
just Louise, like, should have worshipped the right god. It's not my fault.
Shouldn't have hit that goose earlier.
Sorry, Flitwick. Sorry.
all right, guys, we gotta get down to the
Now
docks.
my wife left me.
Quick then, if we're gonna get a boat to Mendara, gotta commandeer ourselves a vessel.
Should be easy
Commandeer.
enough.
I looked at Tyrus, who looks like Dent. That
Right.
shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Yeah. They all
Flash
trust me
cuts.
unconditionally.
Flash cut to Dent's orders to burn all boats. Go back on that now.
Dent standing there, just like, I need to quit drinking. This is becoming a problem. Yeah, I guess head down to the docks as fast as we
Yeah,
can.
to the docks.
But sir, you hate boats. Shut up.
That was the old me.
As you head down to the docks, Elizabeth coming with you, Artie, you notice that hastily scrawled on one of the nearby walls in something that only you can understand, perhaps something from a fellow Baker's Dozen member, there seems to be a warning etched into the wall. Very vague. You're not sure what it's warning you about, but you know that
Does it give a direction?
it does not.
Okay, I sort of like slow everyone and draw my rapier and just say, "Hold up, there's something around here." And he gestures towards the sigil on the wall with his rapier and says, "That's a marking. Means there's trouble in this area. It's what thieves used to mark places out in case there are guards around. But I mean, fuck knows what it means in. Sorry." Who knows what it means nowadays? I mean, it could be the dead, it could be... I don't know. We should be careful.
Okay. Well, we gotta move quick as well, so let's go careful but fast.
I tell you what, I'm faster than you lot, especially him. And he gestures to Dent.
Fair.
I'll move ahead, see if I can spot anything out. Sniff anything out before we run into it, and I'm gonna take off ahead and see if I can do the sneaky, but also do the seeing.
Go for it. Go for it.
Before Den issued an order to kill all people with a limp, including me.
He's made a lot of orders.
Trust no one, not least of all me.
Immediately kill him.
There are so many dents. Well, now it's just me, but I am the only.
You
one.
assume a great deal, Speedy.
Just assumed my dent.
You go to Mendara and it's just people looking like Dent.
Everyone looks like
Everyone is
Dent.
I like
dead.
that one episode of SpongeBob where it's all Squidwards.
You seem to be pretty stealthy as you slip ahead, sliding into the darkened shadows of the nearby buildings. As you look around, you can't see anything that seems to warrant putting this warning on the wall.
After sort of like getting a ways ahead and then waiting for them to limp on after him, he shrugs and just says, I don't get it. I mean, there's no other markings around here. Whoever did it in a hurry, so whatever it is probably moving.
Might have passed through already, I don't know.
Yeah, but if it passed through, it's probably something that can move, so it's probably guards or whatever those things were.
Your
Oh,
sister
yeah.
will at that point turn to you and say, what if it's still moving? We should go.
Yeah, let's move, and we continue onwards, straight into the trap.
Yeah, we walk into
Like,
the
I
jaws
ran
of
as
defeat,
fast as I
please.
can into it.
And so you walk forwards and everyone dies. Thank you for watching. And as you head forwards more so towards the docks.
Trevor, my
You
man.
don't notice anything perhaps too much out of the ordinary. You do, however, still see signs of the carnage that happened last you were in these streets during the riots. But nothing seems to have changed from there. No one seems to have come out to even claim the bodies that still litter these streets. You can pick your way through them with some ease and most disgust and make your way down to the docks relatively easily. And as you do approach the docks, you do see there are currently 2 boats docked there, both of similar size.
Do they look ready to make ways?
They look relatively ready. They may need a bit of work, kind of just on sails and things like that.
Yeah.
Is there anyone around to like man them, perhaps?
Oh my
There
god,
are,
Mr. Anna,
there are a
thank
few
you!
people. Give me
Is
a
it, are these like
perception.
military boats or just like
My mum called
common
me, I'm
people,
sorry.
merchant
These
boats or
are
something?
trading merchant vessels.
Commandeering time.
Are they Roman trirams? Just checking.
You see
We've always had
Valgus
such luck with those in the
See,
past.
Yeah, I was
an
gonna
old
say-
fat man, one of them filled with wine.
I distinctly remember the last campaign, every time we set foot in a boat, we all came within an inch of death. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to returning to a boat. I am terrible with ships in games. Can we
Ships
figure
coming.
out what they are loaded with?
Yeah, you can give me. If you want to just walk onto the boats, there are a few people
Yeah.
on there.
I'm gonna wander on. I'm just gonna literally. I walk over to the dock. I pick up a box, like the lightest box, probably an empty box. I just walk on. I now work here. This is.
So just give me a stealth check to see how well you fit in with the.
I've worked in my entire life. I could be your supervisor. You don't know.
A few of the dock workers even stop to like smile at you and give you a wave as you come in.
Crazy game the other day. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What a ludicrous display.
What the fuck? What the fuck is happening?
The walk did me in. Sorry.
So we head on. I head on, and I'm gonna just have a look around to see what is this? The first vessel. What is it shipping?
The first vessel seems to be an amalgamation of cloth and silk.
I was really hoping it was just gonna be
Fineries
geese
like
eggs. Just wanted it to be nothing but geese eggs. Just
Oh, you haven't
hatcheries,
checked
as
the
far as-
second boat.
I'm gonna check the second, but no,
Yeah.
I look over and I'm like, okay, cool. There's who's in charge? I'm gonna see if I can find the captain.
you look around and you note that after having a look around for a while, someone that seems to be dressed certainly better and looking a little bit more stressed out than the workers below decks.
I come over and I say, excuse me, sir, sorry, I've just had word from the portmaster that there's someone here to see him. Says his name's Den.
Right, yes, no, I tell him I'll be right there. I'm on my way.
I'll tell him you told him to wait. And I will...
wait. No, I'll come with you. I'm ready.
Oh, all right. I think, yeah, he's sort of like, he walks over. Does he walk like this? Do we all walk like that? I want everyone on the ship to walk like that. I'll donate for it if need be. Yeah, so I walk over and sort of like, say, this is the one, sir, and point out Tyrants.
No, I know what Dent looks like, boy. Get back to work.
Hello
Sir,
there.
pleasure to meet you. Welcome aboard the vessel.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I don't have much time for conversation. This is a dire situation here. We need to use this vessel immediately in order to get to Mandara.
Right. Okay. Well, you see, sir, as much I'd love to help, but we're actually headed in the other direction.
Yeah, basically, what the captain he can't be just doing whatever the military commander of the city want you to do. I mean, we.
That's not what I said, boy. Back to work with you. I meant it would be our pleasure, but perhaps at a later date.
Unfortunately, this is urgent. If you want to continue selling your goods in this city, if you want this city to still be around when you return from your next trip, then you should really let us on.
Huh. That's weird. Sorry, sir. It's just, I think some of the crew actually have families and stuff here. They might not be particularly pleased if, they can't return because their family aren't around. I mean, we might have to leave.
It's okay, the lad wants to be subordinate. It's fine, I'm sure the treason officers will see to him soon. It's his choice after all. Free country.
You know what, gentlemen? I've just had a great idea. How about you come on board right now and we'll go to Mandara?
That is a grand idea. I like how he thinks a lot. Good man.
Sounds lovely.
Thank you, sir.
I hear the weather's
Head off
there,
immediately.
nice.
Right, yes. Well, as soon as we can, sir, yes. Make yourself...
How about now?
I'll be using your quarters as well.
Me too.
Right, okay.
Why are you sharing his
Never you mind.
My wife just left me.
He does a double take from
This man is lonely, okay? Jeez.
Okay. No, I understand completely. That's yes.
No, you
okay.
don't. Now,
Right,
let's get this boat on the road, shall we?
Good idea.
No,
Good idea.
that's a terrible idea. It's a boat. It should
What are
be
you
in the
talking
water.
about? It's on the water, not the... This guy, I don't even know if he's a sailor.
Right. Okay. Let's set sail, shall we, gentlemen?
Operation talk until this man has an aneurysm is a go. Just keep talking.
He starts to kind of sweat under his collar slightly.
Oh, treason officers. Oh, they look pissed.
Are we ready to go, gentlemen? Yeah, I think we're ready.
It's like half the crew
Excellent.
just still on the docks as we pull out. Like, yeah, it's fine.
People are running to get back onto the boat.
See you guys next week.
But you, with the now highly distressed captain, you pull out of the dock and start heading out on your way out onto the open sea. And you know, to Mandara, even by this faster way of travel, it will take you the better part of 2 days to get there. Is there anything you'd like to be doing on the boat during this time?
Ooh, long rest. Get me some spells back.
I think I'm just going to catch up with Elizabeth because I would like to know what the hell has been going on and why I heard she was dead.
I'm probably going to explore that a little bit because I was there when she was discovered and Artie had a thing there.
We just found this girl and now she's coming with
Now
us.
she's going with us, yeah. So I think I will explore that.
Artie was like, nah, just trust me. And he
was like, not now.
It's nearly the end of the episode.
Yeah. I'm like, well, we got 2 days, boy. Let's do it now.
You guys note as well that this girl looks somewhat strangely familiar. You're not quite sure where. Artie, you know that she has drastically changed her look since knowing that this would happen. Her hair is cut short. She had drawn some sort of markings onto herself to make it look as if they're natural, they're not her. And but you still get the sense that she's someone familiar to you, for Tyrus, Flinrick, and Kerosene, she's someone definitely familiar. You've seen her around, you just have no idea where.
Yeah,
she may be some random person, but who knows?
Yeah, excuse
have I
me.
seen you before?
Yeah, excuse me, lass. You look a little familiar. You've been in the paper, maybe?
Oh no, I get out a lot.
No, I don't.
I
So I can't be it.
Oh well, I do a lot of business in the city, often selling my wares. I cook. I'm a
That's
cook.
still the same
You're
thing.
a cook.
Okay.
What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Ellie.
Ellie. Have I heard of a cook named Ellie being a businessman with a wife who's a baker?
You can roll
damn.
me an Ellie check.
She's like,
Roll me an
Ellie
Ellie
check.
check.
What's an Ellie check?
bitch Ellie making her soups and my
Intelligence?
Making a flag.
Out croissant, my croissant.
No, you don't, girl.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence. Roll me that Ellie check.
Oh, I have a nat 1 saved up. So,
Oh, do you want to use your nat one on Ellie?
You've heard
do
of
I
it.
have to choose when to use my nat 1 or do you?
Louise, you can choose.
Let's just do it. Let's do it now. Yeah, you 100%. There is a great young chef called Ellie.
How old is she, by the way?
She's
Artie,
probably
how old?
she's 18.
18. She is 18.
You're the Ellie.
Yes, that's me.
Huh? You know this girl?
She's my wife's biggest competition.
Oh. Okay, well, let's have
Guilty.
your...
My wife. Oh,
Is-
God.
Is Artie here, by the way? Because I'm just
Yeah,
at this point,
yeah.
like, imagining Artie is, like, stepped out. He's going to step back in and be like, oh, shit. So you... Baking.
So you guys know
So
each
how
other.
do you how do you know Artie?
He doesn't bake at all. He hates
Yeah,
cooking.
I didn't know he was such a gourmand.
Oh well, he came to my stall one day.
Because
I'll-
doesn't... Because and she bakes... And well, it's because she does the baking, and then with a bake,
Yeah,
it doesn't
that.
we like baking.
Now listen,
I totally want. Can I insight check?
I'm gonna deception check, but I'm gonna give myself disadvantage because I am flustered as all fuck.
Flinrick just remembers croissants.
It's like, I eat bacon, darling.
So 8 and 8. So do I get it?
I got a 19.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm lying
I'm
out
still
of
like
my
completely
arse.
convinced this is fine because
Yeah,
I'm just enamored with how good of a baker.
I'm just
she
wondering
is.
about if she can make some croissants while we're at sea. That's all I'm worried about.
You're not even like, this is not a mystery. This is, oh, you can cook, then cook.
Then cook.
We are so hungry.
I'm gonna say,
Go make me a sandwich.
now I have had plenty of lies from my daughter, and I think I might have got quite proficient at telling them, you guys are hiding something. What's going on here? You guys know each other differently, right? There's something going on here. Why are you so nervous?
Well, I was just in a burning building, so I'm quite traumatized.
Is she like your
Yeah.
ex or something?
No,
Oh,
no,
no, what the
that's just
Wait, were you cheating on Polly? Were you cheating on
is
Polly?
this-
I
Polly
slapped-
needs
I
to
slapped
know
him in
about
the
this.
face.
Polly
I slapped him in the face.
you have a girlfriend. Oh my god. I mean, but no.
So you do know each other more than just bacon associates. Come on now. We've gone through enough for you to be able to tell us what's going on here.
Look, she's my sister.
All right now.
Bum, bum.
What is it really? She's your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend? Come on.
No, she's my sister, you freak.
I thought you were an orphan.
Yes.
I thought you.
Which is why
Okay,
it's
so this is actually
Look.
your sister. Why are you being weird
Yes.
about it then? Why can't she just be your sister?
Because
Why she have to be your bacon associate? Do you even bake?
Your sister's the greatest baker in all of the.
She's famous.
of the
I
I
market
didn't want to
of
say
Azimuth.
anything because I didn't
You
want to
mean
offend his wife.
there won't be baked goods? Is that what you're telling me?
This is.
I mean, I can try. I'm sure I picked it up somewhere.
Flinrick looks at her hands and it's like, yeah, those aren't baking hands.
They're
Bitch,
they're not shaped like croissants.
She hasn't been kneading dough with those hands. She doesn't have those muscular baker fingers.
So.
Dude, kneading dough is like great workout. Never mind. It's my secret, man. That's my secret.
It's a secret.
Every night school
Bacon
just
loaves.
bakes at home.
Making bread.
Oh god.
Okay, so she's your sister, but you guys haven't been living together. You're not part of the baker's dozen, are you?
No, she's the
what?
successful one of the family.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Lovely to make your acquaintance, gentlemen.
A long time ago, we got separated. I caused a little bit of trouble for the people we used to live with. So I had to run away, and when I came back, I was told by the local kids that she was dead. Apparently, you killed yourself. He's just looking at Ellie and I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm guessing it was much the same because, well, up until I ran into you, just back there, I never looked for you because honestly, there was no trace. You were dead, and that's all I knew.
I mean, yeah, they're right. Well, yes, Artie is right. There was some trouble caused where we lived. I wasn't sure how much he was involved, but seemingly a lot, by the sounds of things. It got difficult there, and I needed a way out. And so I pretended. I faked my own death and I ran. When I resurfaced, there was no sign of you. And, well, I thought the worst too. It wasn't till I heard, well, that something was happening in the city that I thought, well, there's only one boy I know that can cause that kind of trouble.
Look, you guys.
What kind of family trouble could have been so bad that you faked your own death and he
Yeah, I mean,
betrayed
that's
him?
kind of insane, and my family is pretty weird, but it's kind of extreme.
All
Like-
you need to,
My wife just left me, but she just walked away.
like a normal human being.
I respect her for that as well. The manner in which you did it, no bullshit, you know? Sorry, man.
You know, I don't quite appreciate you saying you approve of what my wife just did, but sure.
The method in which
Her
she...
method is better
the
than
method in which she
faking
did
your
it.
own death.
Right.
Let's analyze what he just said, shall
We'll
we?
go
Let's
into,
just
we'll go into
spend some
marriage
time.
counseling soon. Now, you
Yeah.
guys start talking.
Speaking of, he looks to Ellie and sort of, look, the people we used to live with, I guess you could call them a foster family. Well, Ellie's always been. Ellie was
Finish
always
that
the one.
sentence.
Ellie's and he points to her and just says, always been sort of the face of stuff.
I can see why. Much prettier face. Lovely
Yeah.
face.
He like, I was like, yeah, thanks for that. But they wanted her to, like a piece of art or a trophy or a mantelpiece. Me, I was just good at causing trouble. So they kept me locked away most of the time. And I spent most of my time just doing manual labor or slaving away, making sure that, you know, food was there on time and all that. They weren't exactly the nicest of people.
When he says face, and with me having served in the army and
Bollocks.
basically, you know, kind of paid to know about the Tyrants family and that sort of stuff, with a 16 history check, does that ring a bell for Flynrick?
Fuck you, Torsquall. Fuck you.
It 100% rings a bell.
Can I insight check him to see if I catch like the realization before he can say anything?
You can.
No, I'm fucked. I'm a
Nope.
dead man.
Good.
Yes, realization dawns on Flynrick. And I look to I look to Artie. I look to
Break the
Artie,
fourth wall.
and with him having no clue from his insight check, I just go, is it the absolute truth that you are her brother?
Yes. And I haven't got a clue, so I don't know to
Yeah.
lie.
Yep.
Yeah. Why?
There were always rumors that you existed, Your Highness.
I back the fuck away and draw my sword.
What?
Oh my
I am very fucking scared right now. He is a giant dragonborn. I've seen him breathe fucking frost.
Lightning.
No, lightning, yeah. I've seen him breathe lightning. He has a mace the size of me. Like, the head of that mace is probably the size of my torso and probably weighs more than I do.
Oh, now,
I do
calm
not
down.
Like,
Calm down, everybody. What's going on here?
Linrick, what are you saying?
Flynrick doesn't make any move other than just sort of sneers out, Your Highness. My
I am
friends,
going to stand
we're in
between
the
Ellie and
present of royalty. You're looking at the heir apparent to Ibis Saran.
Oh, fucking hell. I need to sit down. Is this true,
and-
Marty?
Is Elizabeth her real? What was?
Yeah.
What
Her real-
Elizabeth and his sister Elizabeth Saran.
It's been nice
Wait.
meeting you, strange man, with your crazy ideas. But
Wait.
I think
Okay. Just calibrating right now, and you're dating... Okay, no, I turn to Artie and say, I always knew the boy had it in him. Good lad. Good dad right there. Solid, honest
hated
boy.
loyalty.
And I think you're going to do just fine in Polly whenever we find her. So I clap him on the back.
It was always odd, the level of knowledge that you had of the castle, even for a thief.
That is odd.
So, while you are certainly the heir of this kingdom, I believe we also have you to thank for delivering us from the hands of your father. And he bows.
Artie just checks himself over that he's not leaking blood from somewhere or he's not been crushed, and So you're not going to try and kill us?
As I said, you were instrumental in the overthrow of your father. You have been nothing but a true and loyal guardian of the people for the short time I've known you. I can think of no one better to possibly lead us into the future.
Artie just goes very, very, very pale.
I don't know if he's quite ready for that, Flinrick.
Many often aren't. There have been many boy kings throughout history. Had to do it. He will have advisors. He will have his sister, who was trained for this role. Right now, we need to make sure that he doesn't have opposition to try to overthrow him before he, as he looks out to the ocean, gets his sea legs.
And make sure he has a bride.
Oh, hold on. Guys.
Yes, we will need an heir. And I'm guessing we will need an heir soon as possible. And certainly it would be a good notion to the people to have someone of diverse background as your wife. Show solidarity with all the clans.
Arranged marriages.
And I then get a real big toothy grin, which you might mistake for a growl, but
Ellie's going to lean at this and just be like, I mean, you have some really nice friends here, but do they know you're 14?
It's just like, apparently not. Apparently they think I'm something completely different.
He goes, so you do know how to have sex, yes, and how babies are made. I can tell you all about it as a medical professional. You might be noticing some changes.
Oh my God, that's my
with your
daughter.
body.
Artie looks him dead in the eye and just says, I grew up in a castle, shut away from everybody, being informed of what my future would be. If you think they didn't have the talk with me when I was obscenely young, you can think again.
Good. Then you'll be all ready for your wedding night. And he just sort of slaps him on his back and smiles.
I don't think I'm ready for that talk.
Yeah, then I get out the smelling salts. I get the smelling salts out for poor I lost your name, Will.
You make an honest woman of Polly.
Kerosene. I get the smelling salts out for kerosene.
We need a ring first
a paper
of all.
bag.
We need a contract. We need the dowry to be... We'll figure this all out soon, but...
And make sure you use a heavy hand or else she'll run away from you.
That's right. I mean, bless the girl, but she will.
Okay.
So our lovely 2-day journey.
Oh, man. U.S. borders
Of course,
are
if
going to watch...
we want any of this to happen, we should probably try and find her first.
Find Polly and save the entire kingdom. Can we talk about that before we talk about me potentially doing the thing?
Border Control are going to watch this tomorrow as I come in and be like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
Like, don't let him in this country. So you have the talk. Again, you have the talk, Artie, I'm afraid. It seems to have happened. And the rest of your travel seemed to pass relatively with ease.
Except we're Artie.
Except for you, where every single now situation is now far more
the
awkward.
worst situation. Like Artie just really gets into the role of being like someone who is like a runner for the captain and spends all his time talking with the captain now and disowns his friends. Artie now works on this ship. He's sold himself the lie. He's gonna live on this ship for the rest of his life.
So you hear not too long, your second day of travel, that you hear bells in the distance, knowing that is the signal that your boat is coming into dock in the Mendaran main city, known as Droya. and you dock again with relative ease. The captain, again sweating under the collar, he bows down at you, like, we've arrived, sir. If you'd like to depart, do you have any way of traveling back, or how long do you intend to be staying here in Mendara, sir?
Well, hopefully not long. It would be best if you would stay here and wait for us, if you don't mind.
Hopefully only a couple days.
It would be best if you don't tell them that you were transporting me. Sell your wares as you would if you were transporting them here, if that was your intent.
Very well. I'm sure we can make that work for you, sir. Anything for you, sir. Anything for you.
Artie's like, seeing this man's nervous, just looks at Dent and just said, "So, I mean, 5 houses. How on earth does one man afford 5 houses? You must be rich beyond belief. That's obscene." "Oh, sorry, Captain." And just walks in, just like, "Look how much money this man has."
Yes, boy. Good observation. You are a very, very powerful man, and I am in deeply gratitude. And I am your humble captain's servant, sir.
You will be rewarded when we return to Azimeth for your service. Don't worry.
Oh, my thanks, sir. My thanks indeed.
Give this one a raise, too.
It's amazing. I heard this guy knows princes and everything. And then he walks off. You fucking...
stifling a chuckle.
Holy
It's the official royal walk,
Yeah.
you know.
Where do you think I picked it
From the
up,
Ministry
man?
of Slavery.
Coronation walk.
Yeah, this is it.
Can't make that shit up.
You hear the captain just under his breath, like, why and when did I hire that boy? You're able to get off of the boat with a nice and easy. You can get off the boat and head into the city of Mendara, which looks, I don't have a map for, so I can't put on the screen, but it looks relatively similar in size to Seridan, the city that you are used to. The buildings are of a different architecture, more rudimentary, more rugged. It's all in all, though, it's a nice city and it serves its purpose well.
Seems
Would
nice
we know
here.
where their capital building is? Actually, do we see guards around, I suppose?
There are a few guards around, and they seem very similar to the ones that are currently stationed in Seridan, or were until you disbanded them.
Right. Maybe we should have taken some of those with us.
I sort of
It's
whisper.
fine.
I whisper to Tyrus, like, maybe if we tell them Loriah awaits us.
Seems like the best idea.
It might not be
You
the
there,
best idea.
God.
Sort of gonna grab Dent and just say, if they were suspicious about Dent and the others, maybe being Dent is not the best idea. If you were saying, "Hey, I'm Dent, and I've come from the city to find you," that might kind of spook her slightly. Remember, she was potentially suspicious of Dent and therefore sent for her friend.
I think Being Dent should be a new sitcom. Oh,
Being
Dent. What
Dent.
have you done this
Is
time?
it? Would it be better to be Tyrus? What is your intention?
I don't know
No,
what
my point.
access we could get to,
Gotta have a lot of talks about
Loriah.
intentions.
assuming.
Well,
In the letter, does it says the capital city? Does it say where in the capital city? Is it an inn? Is it the castle? Is it
It says meet in capital.
just in the capital?
It seems as if a leaf should have known.
Known the location.
Where to go.
Right.
We might should have asked her that before we left.
Maybe. It's okay. It's only a 2-day
Send her
journey.
on-
Possibly
Yeah, let's head
the
back,
last time
guys.
we have.
Okay, where might the leaf go to me? Obviously, it's not going to be somewhere like out in the open, probably. Maybe a kind of these skeezy little dark places. We have
I feel
any
like they would
contacts
meet
here?
somewhere like their capital building,
Maybe in the
somewhere
center.
that they have complete control.
Yeah, like
You
a
can
dark
give me,
room.
anyone can give me a perception or perhaps a history check to see if you might have an inkling as to where this meeting might take place.
That would be a nat 20 for history check.
Look at you.
Oh, all right.
Diggity damn.
Former prince.
I
Former
mean,
prince.
this is the kind of shit I needed to know.
Oh
about.
yeah, guys, it's
Wow.
just over here.
Would you
Turn around
mind
and it's
transforming into a
I
god
used to have
or
play
maybe
dates
a
with
leaf?
with a Mindarin princess.
Artie, you'd know that in this city, very similar to Seridan, there is an arena, not used for the same blood sports that Seridan was used. This one is used more for actual entertainment, live music, that kind of thing.
Mm.
But it is currently down for servicing and repairs, seemingly on the inside. It seems to be closed to the public. In remembering the carnage that was underneath your home arena, it seems that perhaps this may be a good place to start.
We're all standing there and everyone's looking like at large buildings of like the capital and everything like that, and RT is just like, that's an abandoned building, that's much better. It says if I were to be setting up a meet with someone, I'd probably just check where it was being worked on. I mean, no offense, but most workers don't get paid shit, so they slack off, which means most of the time building sites are pretty much abandoned, including that one over there. And he points towards the arena and says, it's probably next to no one around. It's a good place to hide. It's easy to find. There's 1,000 ways to get in and out of it. So if you need to make a quick escape, and I mean, you can see in all directions if anyone's coming to sneak up on you. That's where I'd meet.
Fair
Makes
enough.
sense to me. I mean, I'm not a prince, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you know this place better than us. I've never been here before.
Exact kind of
Let's be sure
leadership.
to announce that to everybody.
That kind of leadership I expect.
Discretion,
in a prince.
my friends.
Would it, would that make him a king regent? Would that make you a king regent, Will?
I don't know.
Oh,
I never want this to
I
go
will,
through.
I will be the steward of Gondor, damn it. I will be Denethor. I will have my wood and my oil, damn it.
I will bring
don't think
you.
that's
I
something
will
that
bring you
Kerosene
wood and
ever
oil.
will.
Yeah. So yeah, I head off in that direction.
Fab. Okay, so you head off in that direction. And is your intention to just go straight into the abandoned arena?
Louise, when do we ever do anything straightforward? No. Let's do the scouty thing.
Abandoned arena? That hasn't gone wrong before.
No. I'm gonna sneak off and see if I can find a quiet way in. That'll be an 18.
That is a good number. You head forwards, slipping again back into the crowds of Mendara. Although you do look different to the local people here, they don't seem to pay you any attention any more than they would a local man strolling through, and you manage to blend in very well.
Can I steal myself something from the market as I walk through, like a market? Literally, I just want like a shawl or something of local cloth that I can just drape over myself.
Yeah, you hide.
Boom.
26. Hot damn. Your sister watches in amazement as you disappear into the crowds, and she suddenly loses sight of you as emerges a man of your same height and stature, but wearing a very nice cloak, and you continue along your way.
I look at Elizabeth and just like, you'll need to keep an eye on the Cothas once all this becomes real.
I've only ever
I
borrowed.
nod enthusiastically.
She looks somewhat scared about that prospect. After you continue heading up towards the arena, and you see that there is no workers around this area. It seems as if either they are slacking off or that there's no workers meant to be here in the first place anyway. You get to the arena and you see that there other than the main entrance, there are a few other entrances, none of which are guard, as it does appear that the arena itself is empty.
Cool. I'm going to sort of wave people forward, but I'm going to sneak off and see if I can try and find her before she finds us. Because it'd be nice to know if she had anyone with her, any guards, anything like that.
Yeah? So is that you heading into the arena to find her?
I'll sort of like give them the all clear, wave them forward, and then sort of like point to me, and then make the tiptoe You know the tiptoe.
Yes, I
You
know the
know the
tiptoe.
tiptoe.
I know
I
the
sneak off.
tiptoe.
We all know the tiptoe.
Classic tiptoe.
Classic tiptoe.
So you head down. The others, do you follow behind at your own pace? As you see in
I think so.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as Dent. I suppose
As
I'll-
Dent. And Artie, you head into the arena, and you note firstly that it is, in architecture-wise, very similar to the arena back home, the arena that you all know and love as the home to the dreadful blood sports that took place a few years ago.
And piles of corpses.
And you will see everyone's dead. There is a gateway that leads down to the kind of bottom area of it. There's also stairs that lead up to the seating area.
I'm gonna go up. If I were to place archers and ambushy stuff, I'd say up. So I'm gonna look up
Okay.
first.
So roll me a perception to see what you have. See what you see when you're up there, up in the stands.
What do my stupid human eyes see?
What do your prince eyes see?
Not bad for a stupid human princeling. Not bad for a stupid human princeling. Yeah, 19.
On a 19, you head up to the stalls and you see that there is nobody up here necessarily, but as you cast your eyes back down to the arena floor, you see that it seems to be vibrating slightly. The sand that sits on top seems to be moving somewhat.
Okay, is it in a large area, or is it the whole arena floor, or is it just a small section?
The whole arena floor seems to be vibrating.
Okay, that's a little bit more than one of those fancy trapdoors where the beast comes up. That's oh my god, guys, I figured it out. This is going to be the end of the Crystal Skull, where it's a UFO buried underneath the arena floor.
And then the aliens
gonna guess
come
on
out.
that.
Yes, it
And
is.
the aliens. Yeah,
Wanted
so
Indy free, damn it, Louise.
I'm gonna summon the bird and send the bird to go and tell people do the bird, and yeah, I will tell them to sort of hold that there's danger ahead and to be cautious, which is 2 pecks
Two pecks. The bird phew, sits down.
right in front of
2
Rick's forehead,
Perches on my snout. Doink, doink.
and there's this hollow echoing
Yes,
sound.
Artie. Thank you.
The bird flies back.
I love this.
That is my best NPC to play. It's great.
OG bird. And I'm going to sit up here and sort of spectate, and I'm going to...
There's not any people in the stands, right?
No,
There's
Okay.
there's no one up here.
Empty, vibrating floor.
I'm going to draw my bow.
So someone put a quarter in the machine next to the stands, and now the floor vibrates.
Because what either doing is you head in, following Artie, you head into the arena. You look and you see that he is up there in the stands.
I'm covering you guys from very, very far away. And then I'm going to vanish from sight. Because fuck you.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm just wondering if the real business isn't downstairs like it was last time.
That's what I imagine.
Yeah. But I
The
don't
longer
wanna
you
go
stand
downstairs.
above the arena, the stronger the vibrations become on the ground above.
Let's go
Are
downstairs.
the vibrations
need
like
to.
rhythmic, like boom, boom,
I mean, is
like
it
kind of,
or is it, or is it like bulging, boom,
footsteps?
boom?
It's-
I mean, is
it
it
sounds-
heartbeat like? Is it?
It sounds like it could potentially be the bass line from Faithless Insomnia.
Is it bees?
It's
Old man, not hip at all.
It's a basement full of geese, is what it is.
It is nothing but geese.
But it's a constant vibration.
So
Okay.
like bees.
A from.
Cool. In which case, I will catch up with the party as we head down, I guess.
And does anybody want to make me... Well, actually, all of you make me stealth checks. as you head down.
Well,
I will have
kinda-
my sensor
wanna
with
walk
holy
in-
water out.
I want to walk in not stealthily as Dent.
Don't worry.
Oh no.
Nailed it.
And if Artie is willing to disguise himself as a guard accompanying me, because it would be weird for Dent to be alone,
Oh, okay.
you can use that nat 20 still. So
Just
He's
use
very
the
convincing.
nat 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it a group check or?
Well, I guess it matters not anyway, because I do have the natural one to use
Yeah.
to my name.
I'm going to stay.
Oh,
away.
you have a natural one to your name
Yeah.
too.
I-
right, so they
natural
can't
one.
notice you.
So whoever's down there does not notice you as you clunk and clamor and bump into each other.
As you
With your
trip down the
face.
stairs.
As Flynrick burps and lets out a lightning belch.
And nobody notices.
And nobody notices. Well, they just think it's thunder. They notice, but they just pay no attention. They think, oh, well, storm's coming in, right?
Well, storm's coming. Ooh, better close the arena again.
Yes.
Indeed. I'm gonna lead ahead on my nat 20 and see if I can once again try and find people before they find us.
You head into the lower levels of the arena. At this stage, there seems to still be no people there, but the vibration is becoming so much more intense, so much stronger. The walls themselves seem to be beginning to vibrate. The tables that sit on the floor there kind of even moving off of the ground with the vibration. As you follow this through, the air seems to become thick. It seems almost hard to breathe, as if something in the area is taking in everything around you, even the light. It gets dim here, it gets dark. And as you turn a corner, all of that suddenly changes. It becomes bright, so bright even that it almost blinds you, this bright blue light. And as your eyes adjust to this, you see Lariah standing alone in the middle of a circle, what looks more like a ritual. There are 4 crystallized pillars that she is standing in the middle of, each of which having some form of blue electricity, blue lightning flowing from one to the other. The floor underneath her covered again in these symbols that you have grown to know, and more that you don't recognize. She has her back turned to you. Her body itself is glowing with this energy.
What's her posture like?
She is standing.
Does she look like she's in pain, or does she look like she's concentrating or moving in any way?
She looks euphoric.
Ooh, that's not her.
That's so bad.
That's the tell.
Like,
Never trust a euphoric woman.
Euphoric, yeah.
yeah. So vibrating, she looks euphoric. I'm gonna ruin this girl's day.
Yeah.
I sort of like.
You just had to talk.
Wow.
I look around. I look around, sort of like the guys, like hold you guys up and just sort of like say, "So, we've interrupted something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's definitely magic.
Let me
It's a
tell you,
ritual of
lad.
some sort.
Hand on the shoulder.
Shut
Oh,
up!
wait, something
I
weird.
will
now.
always knock before going into your parents' room.
Shut
That's right, come on.
up right now. Whatever she's doing, she's currently it doesn't seem like she can notice anything that's going on around her, but she's surrounded by the sigils. The sigils.
the same from
around
our
the dead.
arena.
Yes. Which
So-
means she's somehow connected to this, and I'm not liking it. So Artie knocks an arrow on his bow and sort of like
One moment.
Old.
no,
Yeah.
like he's still around the corner with you guys. He's just like,
Right.
but fucking.
Okay.
But before I say, hold one moment. How versatile is your shot? And I rip off part of my tunic, and soak it in holy water and wrap it around the end of your arrow and tie it on.
I'll have to aim higher and hope, but let's fucking. I'm willing to try it.
I mean, I've got my sensor out as well, just because. Well, the other one is, well, the question is, do we disrupt the runes first, or do we attack her first? We know that these runes gave power to the gods. We don't have much holy water left, but even a little might help if we could get one of the pillars somehow deactivated.
If
I mean,
I
I've
were
only
to
got
enter,
one
she might not
I've got my
react
one
to
little
me.
flask. I mean,
I could buy us some extra time.
the
I
crystals.
could possibly walk up to her and just douse her.
Yeah, the thing is, it's
I'm not sure
really
if you could break
bright in there.
through.
It's really bright in there. I ain't going to be able to sneak up to her, which means I have to take my shot from back here, round the corner.
Yes, the pillars. Do you think one would shatter if you hit it with your arrow?
What did they look like they were
It's a
made of?
Yeah.
crystal, right?
So,
Maybe if I hit it, maybe not an arrow.
I say an arrow, probably not. That ridiculous thing, he points to the ridiculously over eccentric mace that you carry.
Yeah, with my. That's true. It is. Well, actually, yeah, it's a cleric's mace, so it is. It actually
It's
is
a
holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy mace, Batman.
Yeah.
Well,
I say, yeah,
Huh.
you start off with a shot and then we smash them.
perhaps we all rush in, each take a pillar,
Yeah.
and then try to deal with her. Stop her insult her power, or I mean, I can always I could always call down sacred flame, but I think we need to hurry. I assume that the drumming is getting faster and faster.
as you talk, you notice Elizabeth is moving forwards towards Archie.
Cool. Okay. I will turn to her and sort of say, I recommend you hold back. This is going to get really nasty very quickly. Wouldn't even cross his mind. Like, but I'm going to be. So what I'd like to do is hold an action and then immediately afterwards, hopefully use my action, because I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna hold an arrow in the same hand I hold the bow limb and like draw, and then I'm just gonna 1, 2, and then I'll rush in. But that should hopefully give you guys
Wazoo.
Yeah.
up the wazoo.
I'd like to kind of casually walk in as Dent and hopefully like be able to engage her for long enough to just walk by to the furthest pillar so no one has to like run over there.
I love your optimism. I feel like the second she notices one of us, she's gonna notice all of
But
us.
if I'm Dent,
Yeah,
But
I'm
if
gonna.
I'm Dent, no.
Yeah,
no one would ever attack Dent.
No one's. We haven't killed how many dents so far?
I'm
He's
gonna
such a
be.
nice guy.
I'm gonna be running towards. Yeah, I'm gonna be running towards a pillar. But if it goes to shit, then I'm gonna be ready to drop a sacred flame.
I might try distracting her, seeing as I can tank pretty hard. So I'll make a big noise if she turns around and try and take some heat my way. So you guys take the pillars.
I don't think
Artie,
we're gonna get the chance.
What's your armor class?
She turned around. And,
Yeah.
Wait, I just realised who am I?
17 beats it by 1. My armor class is a 16.
As a dagger.
Elizabeth stabs you.
How does she look?
She is smiling at you.
Oh, that's the worst.
She looks exactly as normal. She doesn't look.
She looks
no.
the same. The
Okay.
dear old.
Yep. Cool. I'm going to, as I'm stabbed and holding a bow, which is not fucking.
You take
good.
1 point of damage though, so there you go. That's good.
Wonderful. I will take that 1 point of damage as she tickles me, and I'm going to, as a reaction, I'm going to try and shoot her at point blank with a bow, which is a really stupid idea, guys.
Classic kids.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, his brotherly sisterly love.
Actually, no, I'm not, because of the arrow. I'm gonna drop the bow, and I'm gonna draw my dagger, because I'm only gonna get daggers. And go for a stab back at her. I'm going to try and do this non-lethally to push her back.
Mhm.
It's an 18 here.
18 does hit her.
I'm gonna do that. And
You rolled a 1 too.
I'm I'm gonna stick sneak on that for 11 total and just knock her back. And I'm gonna hold the other one. If she takes a step towards me, I'm gonna do my other attack in my offhand. But she's nicked me.
My sister and I have disagreed, but never to this extent.
She's sick and tired of our bullshit, basically.
She gets knocked back and she stumbles almost as she steps backwards, and then she starts laughing.
No more
And as she laughs, she begins to change somewhat.
But,
Did we not check her, guys?
Yes.
Did we not do the croissant thing on her, guys?
no, we didn't.
No, because someone vouched for
We
her.
never poured holy water.
Aye.
Wow.
Hey, you let a 14-year-old boy who was happy to be reunited with his sister, who he thought had committed suicide, vouch for this person. GG, guys.
Oh
And
yeah,
as-
it's our fault.
As
It is
you
your
watch,
fault.
you see her take the form of Polly in front of you, and she starts laughing, and she twirls in what she's wearing. She says, "Oh, is this not better? This form, does this not please you more?"
No.
That's
See, now
okay.
I'm gonna have to kill you. Are you like a little girl, really, or are you something weird?
Is the clothing she's wearing as Polly, is it torn?
It's the same clothing as what she was wearing as Elizabeth.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
In which case,
Dear
I'll
Roma, man.
go for my second attack.
Appreciate it, dude. That's a view decision.
No, not okay.
Louise,
We
we have
start
a
rolling
view
it.
Yeah,
decision.
well, no, yeah. Sorry, actually, I was actually trying to click on it to see if I wasn't actually rolling an attack. I was trying to open it up and see what it did.
This would be going into initiative now after
Okay.
this one. This attack.
So, alright.
23 does hit. So everybody roll initiative whilst we go.
We
through
do have a
that.
viewer decision as well, Louise. Holy mackerel.
That's exciting.
Nat
I feel
one,
like a
man.
nat one is
Oh,
appropriate when
well.
fighting your daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I need to roll for her.
She's died too many times. What is dead may never die? I mean,
Oh god, she is the drowned god.
Cool. Okay. Okie dokie. Right.
Are you sure you had a daughter, Karazim?
at this point, I don't know who I am.
So, Artie, you are first in initiative order with your attack, which you've done. 23. That hits. That definitely
Yeah.
hits. And that's 8 damage. Is that right?
Yeah. So am I going? Is this my turn again before her, or?
Did he get a
Yeah.
surprise round? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your surprise round. This is your round now. So make me a roll.
I will lose one of the daggers and draw my rapier because it's much better. And 25,
25 hits.
and I will hold to hopefully sneak on the other one. On a 16.
Yep. There we are. Yeah.
And oh god damn, I love shapeshifters. I'm never going to trust it again. I'm never going to trust anyone again. That's 18, 26 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Stab,
Describe to me a not fatal wound, but a definite wound.
Cool. Basically, yeah, he comes in hard and just uses the edge of the rapier, and it's not got a blade to it. It's it's a pokey weapon. So he just brings it with a swipe into the side of her knee, and then brings the dagger, which again is sort of like a stiletto dagger, brings that sort of into her temple, just using the hilt, trying to incapacitate her, because I don't actually want to stab Polly ever in my life, because that's traumatic. So I'm just going to beat on her in front of her dad. What are you making me do, Louise?
Attaboy.
Heavy hand.
Heavy hand. I
Just-
learned, Uncle
Just like
Tyrants. I
we told you.
learned.
Just like we said.
I'm proud of you, boy.
So she will take those attacks, and she will fall back almost falling down completely. But she manages to find her feet again just in time, and she shoulders up. She seems to be taking damage worse than the creatures that you faced before. Perhaps maybe she's weaker. You're not sure. but she shoulders up to you again, that same grin tearing away through her face as she levels you with a cold stare and pulls again out her dagger. And it's, unless there's anything else you want to go on your turn.
No, I'm just gonna let her stab me.
And she will try to. And as she does so, hang on, let me just roll first, because otherwise I will get confused about myself and my life in general. Because that's how that works. 11.
No.
No. She attempts again at you, a sharp jab with her dagger, misses completely and falls back again to a protective stance and turns to look both at you, Karazim, and at you, Artie, in this form of Polly, and she starts laughing again, almost maniacally, and says,
you even bake, woman?
"Oh, this is fun, isn't it? Such a shame that girl isn't around to see it. Well, she was a good one."
What did you do with Polly? Where is she?
Oh, that's all up to you, gentlemen. It's all up to you now.
Haven't we been to this exact situation?
What do you mean?
before?
Well, she is somewhat incapacitated. One might say pretty much dead.
Hmm?
And with the acceleration and, well, what's going on in there, and she'll gesture to the room behind you, I'd say she has an hour. An hour from now, before it eats her alive.
Oh. Okay. So, what do you want from us?
Nothing, but to watch you suffer.
Well, in
And
that
die,
case, this has been
eventually.
lovely.
Louise, I sort of my turn's gone, but I didn't move at all. Hearing that, can I make a move?
Yeah, you can make a move. Where do you want to move?
Can I drop my dagger and pick up the arrow from the bow that's still got that rag tied around it? And
Yeah.
I want to run as far as I can down the corridor, straight at the woman who is doing all this shit, the glowy
Okay.
bitch. I'm like, kill the glowy bitch.
I have the counter on the
And,
screen as requested.
Have a countdown.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, if you're not aware currently, we have a real-time countdown.
Oh, fuck's sake! Not this
death.
shit again.
Oh, no.
Right, thanks so much, my man.
Oh no.
Appreciate it.
And you get the sense as well that not only when this hour countdown reaches, not only will Polly sadly pass, but it seems that whatever ritual is happening here will come to fruition, and perhaps there will be nobody left to save.
Okay, I'm gonna go kill. I'm gonna go stabby stab. So yeah, whoever's turn it is that. Oh, she gets an attack against me for free because I ran away like a bitch.
She won't take it.
Okay.
She is not having any of it.
Fucking- I do not take your handouts.
I think Flenric is next up.
Finric is next up, yes.
And he is of the same mind as Artie, which is I don't know how far I can get and still get an attack in. If I can make it to do an attack on one of the pillars with my mace, I'll do that. If not, if I can get within 30 feet, I will shoot with a guiding bolt.
Yeah, you can definitely make it up to the pillars with your movement.
And I will take a swing.
Make me that roll. Make me that attack roll.
13 on the pillar.
A 13. You hit the pillar, and with a resounding shatter, it breaks and falls to the ground. And as it does so, Finric, you disappear.
Bye.
So who's next?
All
In
right.
that-
What? So did he just literally
that'd
just,
be me.
did he literally just disappear in front of it?
So you watch as Finric runs into that room, takes a swing at the pillar, and as the pillar shatters, he disappears from your sight.
Damn!
I'm gonna run out towards the woman in the center. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna run out towards the woman in the center. I'm gonna take some of the holy water that I think we all just had some of. I'm gonna try and just sprinkle some of it on the front of my my hammer. I'm gonna try and swing at her, disturb her euphoric stance.
Yeah, make me a roll for that.
Nope. Nope.
No, I don't think so.
9.
No. As you run towards Lariah standing in the center there, you seem to be unable to actually reach her. Something that is surrounding her is not letting you pass. You seem to bounce back almost from where she is standing.
Good. Still in dent form, I'm going to yell out to Lariah. Lariah, what are you doing?
She turns to look back at you, and as she turns, you see that her eyes have rolled to the back of her skull, leaving only the whites. Her body seems, as I mentioned, it's glowing, the veins themselves glowing with this blue energy that seems to be permeating the room itself. And she looks at you, well, you imagine she looks at you, you can't really tell where she's looking, but from the sense that you're getting, it seems she is staring directly at you. And there is a slight curve to her lips as she says nothing but stares at you.
That's not good.
Lariah, stop.
No,
The plan is not ready yet.
Stop.
She's like, oh, all right, yeah, fair mate, I'll give it up.
Yeah,
a
sure.
shot.
I just rolled her into initiative. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
By yourself.
We're on timer here. Go.
Kerosene 101.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna hit fucking Lariah. I'm done with you. Heavy hands, and I'm gonna hit her with my greatsword. But probably like the blunt of it to try and knock her out, I guess.
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a
Who am I kidding? Let's hit a it's a 23 versus her armor class.
On a 23, you managed to break through the barrier that seemed to hold Tyrus away, and you do hit. So give me a roll.
I'm not raging at this. I roll 7 damage.
7. It seems to have no effect on her whatsoever.
Fuck! It's not working. Maybe the pillars. I don't know.
Who has
Yeah, 'cause
that
that works so
sword,
well for
by
me.
the way? Who has that magic sword? The evil one.
I want to say.
I believe Flinrick had it.
Oh, okay.
The evil magic sword, was strapped. No, I gave it to. He killed Trump with it.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
So
He
Artie
killed
has
Trump.
it.
How could we forget?
Artie has it.
Well, when he comes back.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my turn then. I will bonus action. I remember things. So that's the end of my turn. Up next.
Okay. Back up to Artie, who is not here. So, moving back down the line, he'll hold his turn and he'll go when he comes back. The form of Polly, who you know and love, steps into the room with you, and she doesn't do anything at this stage. She seems to be waiting for something, but she stands and she watches. Flinrick.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. How are you today? We'll do this quickly.
I don't
because as
know. How am I today?
We're on a timer. So you open your eyes, closing them, not wanting to get these crystal shards in your eyes as you shattered the thing. But as you open them, you are in a different place, in a place that you recognize, actually. You are standing in one of the medical tents, treating people here, something that you've known that you do often. But as you look down at your hands at the patient you are treating, you see it is one of the same abominations that you saw in the sewer. And as you look around you, every single patient in this tent is exactly the same.
Step 1, scream.
I was gonna say, can I mean, can I do? I mean, I don't know if this is being meta, but can like I do a wisdom or saving throw or something to see if I can? I believe it's illusion, or that it's some type of some way to keep me incapacitated, that I'm stuck in my own mind, not knowing that I disappeared from where I was. So I mean,
no, certainly try. And you as well, you feel there's a pull. Something is trying to get you back. And it feels pleasant and familiar.
Something is trying to get me back where I was, or back?
You can't tell.
Okay. Like back away from the table? I mean,
there's a
physical direction from...
that's trying to get you away from where you currently are.
Okay.
You imagine this to be an illusion. Whatever this is doesn't want you to be here, but you don't get the sense that it wants you to be anywhere else, or it wants you to be back where you were standing. It's here is not for you. It's what it's trying to communicate.
Do I still like have all my belongings and stuff with me?
You have everything with you.
I take my mace, which is also my holy symbol, and I clutch it to my breast, and I say, my Scarlet Lady of Strategy, show me the gambit to return me to the playing board, and drink my holy water as sort of like a communion.
Make me a... I can't remember what check it is. A wisdom check with advantage.
Saving throw or check?
Saving throw, sorry.
Okay, with advantage?
Yes.
10.
10. You feel the pull get stronger, especially as you mention the words playing board, it becomes stronger. And as you mentioned, the Red Lady herself, but you stay where you are.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do here?
I think for bonus action, I don't have a whole lot. Well, no, just in order to have it ready, as a bonus action, can I summon a spiritual weapon to my side?
Yeah, certainly.
Don't know if it'll travel with me if and when I go back, but so yeah, no, it's just standing by and waiting there, because then I can, on future bonus actions, direct it to, do its thing. So go ahead.
So is that the end of your...
Yeah, so it's a glowing mace similar to mine, but instead of it being the knight, it's a queen. The chess piece is a queen, and Red Queen is a representation of the Lady of Strategy.
Okay. And back in the room with the rest of the lads, you see Lariah in front of you, has a glow with this power, and she seems to reach for something by her side, and she pulls out a sword that was hanging from her thigh, and she holds it above her head, and she looks directly at you, Tyrus/Dent, who is standing ahead of her. And you see her, she opens her mouth as if to talk, but it seems that no words can come out. It's this light that shines from within her, and she holds the sword above her head and swings it down in front of her, nowhere actually near you, but she's going to make an attack with this sword. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope.
No. She swings it through the air, and you feel something graze against your chest. Nothing enough to cause damage, but something unnatural that it should not have caused anything at all.
Yeah. How close is she to me?
She is about 10, 15 feet from you.
Okay, so not in melee range for me.
Not in melee range.
Okay.
And that's
Weird.
her go ending there. And Tyrus, it is now your go.
I'm going to try and rush forward at her. Holy water still on the tip of my hammer, and I'm going to use my nat 20 to just try and bash her.
Mm-hmm. And with an nat 20, you definitely hit. So roll me an attack with your critical.
I use that. Okay, so
damage.
And then I'm also going to make it a disarming attack. So she has to make a strength saving throw or drop her weapon, and she takes 19 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just raised this thing over her head and smashed it down into the ground. I just want to take my hammer and just like golf swing.
She does. On 11, I'm assuming she fails the strength check.
Correct.
She does drop the sword, but the damage that you deal her, it takes effect, but she seems unperturbed by it. There is no physical acknowledgement that any damage has been done to her.
At this point, I'm going to stop being bent just because I realize it is futile. And be like...
And confusing for us.
and there is also the fact that if you are Dent, you'll probably die, because Dent dies
True.
so
Dent
regularly
dies
in this campaign.
Artie, actually, since we missed your go since you weren't here, do you want to have your go now?
Okay. So far, next to nothing has done any damage.
Correct.
I am going to see if this rapier has... I'm going to see if this rapier does anything, because I don't know if it will, but I stole this from the castle. There's a chance. It's a very ostentatious and ridiculously bejeweled piece of shit, so maybe it also serves a purpose. So a stabby stab, where are you? Rapier.
A rapier.
15, unfortunately. A rapier. On your rapier, a 15, unfortunately, not quite enough. And you face the same difficulty that Tyrus had when he moved in to attack. It seems that there is some kind of barrier stopping you from getting through. At least the amount of force that you are putting on it.
Okay.
Anything else you plan on doing in your turn?
I'd love to say yes, but no.
You know. That being said, then Karazim.
All right. Hitting the lady didn't work, so I'm gonna hit the pillar instead. And I'm gonna smash the pillar.
Roll me that pillar
well.
smash.
Yeah. Believe. Because even if we get teleported, it's maybe one of those things where like you have to go through the thing and then they're broken. That's true.
It's a good thought.
It's a 24.
Probably right.
He just...
You smash that pillar instantly. And as you do so, again, you too disappear.
Karazim just wants to disappear.
He just wants to get out of here.
I should play How to Disappear completely in the background. Radiohead, as he just melts. Goodbye, cruel world.
And top of the round then, Artie, it is back to you. You watch as Karazim, following suit of Limerick, disappears from your sight.
I'm going to firebolt a pillar. Yeah, I'm going to firebolt a pillar. Why not?
I am alone. This is what's going to happen here.
Just like your family life.
Oh no!
Oh, if only I had advantage.
A 16, still enough. Your fireball erupts onto that crystallized pillar, and it seems somehow to catch fire with the magical properties that your fire does have, and it seems to not necessarily shatter, but almost melt away. And as it does so, you too, slowly, as if melting, disappear.
Reading eyes!
You look around, Tyrus, and everyone is gone.
See ya.
Polly, she starts walking forwards slowly and does nothing else, but walks forwards towards Lariah and you as well.
You've seen The Shining, right? She's just walking down the corridor towards you, this little cute girl. You'll be fine.
Lariah, as well, on her turn, makes no immediate move to attack you. She takes a deep breath in, as if preparing for something. And she does nothing else. And you look around and your companions have all gone.
Shit. I'd like to try and pick up the sword that she was holding that I knocked out of her hands.
Ooh.
Give me a. I don't know what that would be.
Not usually a check, right? It's just a sword. Unless there's something
Yeah,
wrong with it. Yeah.
I mean,
Con save, maybe?
yeah, give me a con
What's
save.
wrong with my sword, Louise?
You should get your sword.
24.
Yeah, I mean,
24. You pick the sword up in your hand, and it feels not wrong, but
so right.
hot. It feels hot.
Checked. Dirty.
It's
Absolutely.
Well,
Fucking
it's-
filthy.
It was
Lee.
hot, dirty, wrong. So right.
to think everything I'm going to say is just now. It's just I can't
Yeah.
think of anything else.
Mhm.
It feels like a sword.
That's
Moving
not
on.
much better.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to chime in with just all the things. All
We are on a
the
timer
things.
here.
For God's sake, will you sheath that sword already? Okay, put it away.
Gonna sheath it deep inside of Loriah.
This is true.
Gosh. So
Right up to the end of the sword, you're absolutely gonna pommel her.
will make me an attack roll if you are hitting our dear friend Loriah with this sword. and
You're
we'll
hitting on her
We'll
with
move
this
on
sword.
from this conversation.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm. What? This is a strength check then?
Yeah, strength
Plus-
strength plus
Plus
proficiency.
proficiency. Yeah, okay. So add 2 to that, 20.
20. Damn.
A 20
Yeah.
does hit.
We should
Roll
just
me,
use all of their weapons.
roll me 1d6, please, friendino.
A d6. 5.
That's on a d6. That's good. Don't sound so sad.
And
Thanks for
you know what? I'm gonna throw in. I'm gonna make this a menacing attack. So I add a d8, and she has to make a wisdom save or be frightened. I want to scare her.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Oh,
get
damn it!
wrecked.
All right,
absolutely.
fine. She's not
Yeah,
scared.
she
She
doesn't
still takes
give.
11 damage from this magical hot sword.
Turgid, even.
Mhm.
She
I'm hoping
loves
it's
it.
magical.
Is
It might
this
just
the
be a sword.
is this the source of the vibrating?
It's not.
Okay.
You attack her with this sword, and it does seem to. It definitely hits her. It definitely slices into her. But again, there seems to be no immediate effect.
You gotta go deeper.
Do
Yeah, you do have a net 1 still to use, Louise.
I've used it.
She's used it.
No, I just got it.
on the stealth so that when I burped, no one noticed.
You belched lightning down the corridor.
Lightning down the
No one noticed.
corridor.
No one
Yeah.
noticed.
The blue glow.
So, is there anything else you're doing in your turn?
I'm going to run over to one of the pillars that just broke. I'm going to look around for just like any trace that they
Right.
might be there but invisible or something, or like
Like doing this.
any
Yeah.
yes, just kind of flailing through them, and if I see nothing, I'm going to run away. I'm going to run back to the entrance. I'm not. I imagine I can't make it all the way out, but
Do we have a turn or are we done? I have an idea.
You're dead.
Still on Tyrus's go.
Okay.
So you go there. There is no sign that your friends are there at all.
Redrick, Karzim.
You
Oh,
manage.
thanks.
You just forget about the other one. You get about 3/4 of the
Said
way
what I
to
said.
where you are. You can get pretty much almost to the entrance. You do pass Polly as you run. She stops and look at you, but she doesn't make an attack. She stops, looks at you, and continues walking forwards.
Great. Okay.
Please
We
kill
can do
Polly.
anything.
Does it kill Polly?
Karazim. Hello, it's your turn.
Hi, where
How
am
are
I? Which level of hell have I entered into today?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Across up level.
Oh. You open your eyes, and ahead of you, you see a battlefield, very much one similar to the one that you fought in those years ago. You see ahead of you, the only difference seeming to be that there are only 3 people here with you. One of them seems to be yourself, or at least someone that looks a lot like you, albeit older, more perhaps masculine, more tired, more rugged. The other, female, again shares similar features to you, but you're not sure you've ever seen her before in your life. And the third, a small young child, too young to walk by itself on a battlefield. In the distance, you hear the sounds of fighting and losing. The people here in front of you are bound by chains.
Oh God. Hello?
One of them, the male, turns and looks up at you. He seems tired, like he has nothing left to give. And as you lock eyes with him, you sense that there is some familiarity there, something that you should recognize, but you're not sure that you do.
Can you talk?
He opens his mouth and his tongue seemingly has been cut out.
Oh. Are you me? Or am I you?
He shakes his head.
Dad, okay, you look weird. It's kind of familiar for some reason. I've got to get out of here, though. Is there a way out of here?
He looks down at the child he's holding in his hands and nods.
The child is a way out of here. I'm looking for a child too. Her name's Polly. Have you seen her?
He smiles at you, sadly.
Which way?
He points off into the distance to where the sounds of losing battle grow ever stronger.
Should I go there now? Is it... I don't understand.
He looks to the woman next to him and then looks back at you and tilts his head, unsure.
Okay, that's good enough. If Polly's there, then I best get there too. Is there a way to cut his chains as I go by?
You have your weapons with you.
Yeah, so I'll like slam down on his chains with my great axe and try to break something as I go by.
They are quite weak chains, and you are able to cut them off with no great difficulty to yourself. And as they do so, they seem to burn away as if they were never there in the first place. And as you turn back to look at them, neither are they. They are no longer there. The child, however, remains.
Can I pick up the child?
You can.
Is it a girl? Is it a boy?
It's a boy.
How old is this? Like baby sort of age, or?
It's about 2 years old.
Any particularly like distinctive marks on the baby's face or body, or?
Not necessarily. There's much as you can glean is from the parents themselves and from this baby, is that it is like you. It's a half orc.
Huh. Hey, little fella. there's something weird going on here. And I think I need to get you somewhere safe, but there's a fight that way, and I think my daughter might be there. And I don't really know if there's any way else to go. You don't talk, do you? You're not like one of those weird demon babies or something? That would be really helpful right now.
The baby just starts crying horrendously.
You and I both, brother. You and I both. Okay,
And as you stand there, you feel this pull, this sensation that where you are, where you're standing, isn't right.
This is weird. Let's get out of here, kid. I'm gonna wrap the baby under my arm with a shawl and run out towards the sounds of battle.
Mm-hmm. And as you run and you run and you run and you seem to get no closer, as you do run, however, the desert landscape around you begins to shimmer as if where you're running itself is more of a mirage than an actual place. And as you do so, I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. See how wise I am. Holy moly.
You keep running.
It'll be funny.
You run and you run.
Just keep running.
Artie, hello.
See you next turn.
Hi, Karazine. You're having fun running.
The next episode of Dent.
Artie, you open your eyes, and as you open your eyes, you are standing in the castle where you lived. You see around you the smiling faces of the servants that served under you, and you hear ahead of you on a balcony your mother's voice calling you.
Is Artie armed?
You are not armed.
So yeah, he slowly walks along, sort of quietly calls out, Mother?
Come on now, dear, it's time. Don't want to keep them waiting.
Keep who waiting?
The people, of course. Stop kidding around now, dear. Come on. Got a busy day ahead of you.
What do you mean busy day? You said I wasn't allowed to see people.
Oh, well, things change, my boy, things change. It's a new world out there now. Just come and see, It's
Artie
beautiful.
Very, very cautiously comes forward.
You step out onto the balcony, joining your mother, your father, and your sister there. Your father holding the same crown that you were holding when you revealed your ancestry to Polly. They all smile at you, and as you approach the edge of the barrier, you look out into the city below and see that where people once met to hear the king's address, there is a sea of hanging bodies.
What is this?
It's your inauguration, son.
I look to my father and say, what have you done?
Done it all for you, my boy, all for you.
No. You don't get to put this on me. You have spent years trying to grow me into you, but I am not you. I have seen what the people suffer through. If you left this castle for once in your life, you would know that they hate us in the streets. This is your doing. And this is not for the good of the kingdom. This is not for the good of the people. This is not for our family. You do this for your own sick, twisted gains. Mother, how can you... look at them. These were the people that we were supposed to lead. That he was supposed to lead. Into a better future. He was supposed to protect these people.
This, my boy, is the kingdom I leave you.
What? What
It's
do you
yours.
mean? No. I've never wanted this. I've never wanted a kingdom. I just wanted to be able to live a life that wasn't shrouded in secrecy. I wanted to live a life where I could do as I saw fit, that I could leave and not spend my entire life in your shadow. And he looks to Elizabeth and says, how can you let them... How can you be happy? How can you be smiling at this?
It's better this way. And if you were to look out into this sea of hanging bodies, you see near the front, there are a few figures that you feel should be familiar to you, but aren't. You would know them now to be Karazim, Tyrus, Flinrick, Polly, or friends, at least a dozen. But you there, you can't place who you are. You feel like you've perhaps seen them in the street, but you don't know who they are. And as you look upon them, you sense a pull, pulling you back, saying that something here, very clearly, is not right. I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't have anything to spend on this. Bollocks. Oh, fuck my entire life. We're gonna die in a dreamscape.
So Flinrick, buddy,
Well,
or
I'm
buddy,
not
or
going in.
pal.
So-
You're after Flinrick.
I, feeling this draw, and feeling as though I had my lady's blessing with me,
Mm-hmm.
I look deep within myself, within my soul, and I go, my lady of strategy, you are the keeper of knowledge. You are the one who finds the truth in all things. Rip this deception away from my eyes and that of my companions. And I grab onto, again, my mace, and also now this spiritual weapon that sort of, burns into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And with all I've got, I cast Zone of Truth centered on myself in a big, expanding wave, hoping to break through and shatter this illusion that is encapsulating us.
You do so, and you hear nothing. And then as you open your eyes, you are met not with the abominations that were there before, but with something entirely different, and yet all still too familiar. If you'd like to have a quick look now at the roll 20.
Do I have to play chess now?
Oh my god.
You
How was
stand.
your chess game score?
You stand in a room alone with a chessboard in it, the symbol, indeed, of your lady. And bear with me as I quickly change some things to make these work.
Oh my lord. Okay, it's been decades, but I'm good. I got this. Is it like the Queen's Gambit? Is it like one of the famous chess moves? Oh lord.
Yeah, do you know Queen's Gambit? Let's go.
I know it's the name of
This
Oliver. I know it's the name of Oliver
wizard's
Queen's
chess.
boat in Arrow.
So weird
Hold on, this is
fact,
taking.
like I every now and again I'll spend like 3 hours watching professional chess videos. There's some really good
So
streams
those
out
are
there.
all the pieces on the board. You are on the sides of the white, and you hear a voice in your head as you look here, and you know this to be the voice of your lady. It's something that you have dreamed of hearing your entire life. My child, the game is almost done, and indeed almost won. There are but a few moves left on this board. Take it all down, and you will succeed. This is what you have been training.
I don't know what to say, buddy. I can't help you.
You have companions here. I am trying to bring them to you.
Yes, I understand that they must be here, as with me as well. Just to clarify, the rounded off tops are kings, and are the points kings and the rounded queens? Just on this board,
Yeah.
just to make sure. So the rounds
Points are kings.
points are kings, rounds are queens, and I am the white.
And you're white.
And I understand that she's wanting me to make a move.
She says, I am trying to bring your friends to you. In the meantime, you must make your first move.
Is this where we find out that Louise is like a savant at chess?
I know, right?
Truth and what? I'm genuinely intimidated.
You do not have much time left.
I know I don't. The timer's clicking. I'm gonna do bishop. I'm gonna do bishop to. I don't know what the exact spot is. I'm gonna do the diagonal move to take the bishop to there.
Yeah, congratulations, you did so.
Check.
Tyrus. Buddy.
Shit.
I'm still alone in this room.
You are alone in the room.
I'm very tempted to just run out, but something is holding me back, knowing that possibly the fate of the entire kingdom relies on this.
There you go, I appreciate it, man. Get that look on.
I'm going to look back at Polly, because she's the one who only seemed to be saying anything. I'm going to say, what did you do with them? Where are they?
They're in a better place now.
God damn it! Bring them back! I'm going to attack her.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh. 19 minutes, 15 seconds.
A 50. Just about. Roll me. Is that your damage? 5 damage.
Yeah.
You don't sound sad. You hit her and do so with all the force that you can muster in this very frustrating situation. She ricochets back almost. She is definitely not doing well, but still she holds her resolve and looks up at you, bleeding heavily. I won't get them back.
What will?
Nothing that's in my control now.
Can I run over to these pillars, wherever they are, and if there are any runes at the base of them, I want to pour holy water on it. I don't have much holy water left. I could probably get 1 rune, but, like, I'm gonna do that, if I can.
You choose... Roll me 1d3.
Well, can I just run to the one where Flinrick is? I think that would probably be my choice.
Yeah, you run to the one where Flimrick was?
Yeah.
And you pour the water onto the runes that stand underneath where the pillar was, and you see the runes begin to dissipate. No other effect currently.
Where's Flinrick? Where are they? That's all meant.
Flimrick, where art thou?
And actually, interestingly, we'll just hop very quickly back to Flinrick in that turn order as for that move, which seems to have changed things up. And you hear, after making this move, the same voice again. Your friend, companion on the above, has aided somewhat. I can bring one of your other companions here now. You must choose.
I pull Artie.
Oh God! Oh, the pressure, man.
Because
Good
I,
at chess.
well, no, because I mean, I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
I know what you're thinking, and it's occurred to me, and I'm not liking
Fingers,
it.
man.
So cool, good news. Karazim, you are running with a baby in the desert.
I am. And also, Thundery gets a wild magic surge. So I'm running in the desert. Am I? Do I see anything, or is it just? Am I just going mad out here?
You seem to be running forever. There seems to be no end to this desert. And as you look down at the child in your arms, you notice it's grown more limbs since the last time you saw it.
Holy mackerel! How many limbs are we talking about here?
It's grown 2 new arms.
Where are they?
One of them is
Oh, it's a valid question. When somebody's growing extra arms, that could be literally anywhere.
one of them is seemingly protruding from the chest, the other from just below the right
I
arm.
mean, when I was about 12, I grew an extra arm. It's really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the thing and be like, "What the hell is wrong with you, kid?" Okay. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. This is unholy. And I'm gonna holy. I'm gonna grab my vial of holy water, right? Because we each have one, I believe. I'm gonna splash it over the baby. Like, no, bad. Make those limbs go away, please, guards.
The baby disintegrates.
Oh
In
God! Oh, holy shit! What have I done? Okay.
And as you look back up at the desert, it seems to rip at the seams as if it was a canvas and someone has taken a knife to it and slashed it down the center.
I'm sorry.
And as it clears, you see Flinrick standing in front of you.
Oh,
in
hi,
front of
buddy.
your chest.
Flinrick! I think I just killed the baby. Again.
So I see him just standing next to me, and we're both looking down at the board.
You are both looking down at the board. And as you do so, one of the pieces on the other side begins to move.
Okay.
And moves there.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
Is there a baby around here?
There is no baby that you can see.
What's all this? I gesture towards your chest.
It is a test from my lady. I think it is everything. Everything that we've done, everything we're fighting.
You play chess?
Yes, Flenric does.
Okay.
It's part of my training.
Okay.
Got
13 minutes, buddy.
Yes,
Let's play some chess.
time is short.
Play some chess.
Karazim, you feel compelled to make a move.
Okay, can I move the bishop to let's see, this?
Okay.
I'm thinking this square
You
here.
help each other.
I'm thinking we pressure it here.
Karazim,
She has to move.
well, Karazim, I do not know what all this will mean in the real world. But are you willing to make a sacrifice?
What kind of sacrifice?
We can take their king right now, but it looks like it will sacrifice our queen.
Oh. I mean, I guess, is that a good move?
Well, in chess, taking the king is the end of the game. It means we've won, but I don't believe this is the ordinary rules.
Okay, let's do it.
So, queen to king, putting it in jeopardy of the rook.
Double jeopardy.
What to hear? Yes.
Yeah. So I'm making the assumption that that we're not playing by rules because that's not really a legal move to put your king into jeopardy. But my move wasn't legal either because my king was already in jeopardy. So let's just wing it.
Yeah.
That's has no rules.
I don't know if you have some master plan here, but
you move, and the king. You take the king. As the queen approaches the king, it seems to absorb the king's form until there's nothing there. And
I don't know what that means.
as mentioned, the rook does the same with yours. And as it does so, everything around you begins to ripple and change. And all three of you are brought back suddenly to the room, including you, Artie.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
As you look around, Tyrus, you see your friends have returned, looking a
Oh,
little
thank God.
confused. And as you turn to look at Lariah, all 4 crystals now have been shattered. The electricity running between them has been interrupted, and the runes themselves seem to have dissipated. This glow to her skin has lessened considerably. Her eyes roll back to the center of her head, and she drops to one knee. She picks up her sword as she does so, and slowly pulls herself back up.
Wait, don't I have her sword?
Oh, you do, sorry.
Yes.
Pulls herself back up, unarmed,
Okay.
alive, but considerably weaker than how she was before.
Let's kill her, guys.
Yeah.
Let's kill her.
Where the hell were you?
Dreamland with babies.
And
Or legs.
Artie, it is your turn in initiative order.
I'm going to move up, and I'm going to hold my action just until someone else comes within range, because if I have one other friendly within range, I get advantage and sneak. So I'm going to wait for literally whoever steps up next, and potentially, I think she goes before anyone else. I think it's her next.
It is
So-
indeed. It is. Now go next.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get up nice and close, rapier in one hand, dagger in other hand, and try and be the focus of her attack, because at the very least I want to get. I'd rather her hit me than hit the rest of the guys.
And you move forwards, and she watches you with beady eyes as you do so. She lays her hands down on the runes on the ground and seems to try to channel them. There is considerably less energy there than there was before, but certainly something still dormant. She doesn't glow any brighter or any stronger, but she does stand back up to full height, and she holds her hand out at you, Artie, and I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
ooh. But he's so frail.
I am so frail, but I will stand defiantly there because you guys are worth it. You guys are worth dying for. You're good people. That's an 11.
11. You begin to feel violently sick.
Cool. I guess he sinks to one knee, is just holding himself up like rapier tip sort of buried in the floor and shakily, and as he retches, like he's gonna between retching sort of look up and say, "You're going to lose this fight," and then be sick violently more. Am I taking damage? Is it
7
by any chance 7 damage? I thought it might be 7 damage.
And she, in her own pained way, grins back at you. And Flinrick, it's your turn.
You are Mutarino, tall Thrall.
How are you? I would drink if I had anything more to drink. I guiding bolt her. No, I don't. With an 8.
It
Shit.
shoots right past her. Tyrus.
Did
Flinrick.
my spiritual weapon come back with me that I had
It is
summoned before?
Yeah.
So let me see if it's going to take a swing. A 16, does that hit her?
A 16 does hit her.
For 12 force damage.
Describe to me, Flinrick, as well as you may, how do you kill Lariah Heston?
So this is in the shape of the queen, of a queen chess piece. Just like I have the knight of the Red Knight, and as my holy symbol, this glowing mace that instead has this chess piece of a queen on top of it, and very reminiscent of the chess pieces that we saw on the board out there. You see for a moment actually as a ghostly form of a woman wearing crimson armor appears and seems to be swinging the sword, as it seems almost as though my lady of strategy, the Red Knight, appears herself to swing this final blow against Lariah Heston, literally smashing her head in as the mace comes swinging down upon her.
Her head concaves as you do so, and you hear the sickening crunch of bone as it collapses in on itself. And as she drops lifeless to the floor, you see again her form begin to shift and change into that all too familiar grey figure. And as she does so, there is silence for a moment. And then the body itself begins to vibrate, it begins to thrum, it begins to move, and all of a sudden it explodes in front of you in an explosion of light and power. This electricity that was thrumming through the air, seemingly caught up inside of her, is expelled all in the room around you, catching all of you. If you'd like to make me all a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
16.
I guess I could do.
Speedy, look at that.
Hell yeah.
It's a 9.
But also a 9. So the figure commonly known as Polly and you, Karazim, do both take the full frontal attack of this electricity as it
Full
rushes.
frontal vibrating attack.
Mm-hmm. My favorite way to take it.
Sorry.
While he's dying in 4 minutes.
Yes.
420! 420!
That's not what I meant to do.
420 poly death.
Word. So it takes me 10 damage, Karazim, as this just reverberates around the room around you.
I'll take it.
And it hits you directly in the chest.
Ow!
And then once that clears, you look out in front of you, you see the figure of that you knew as Polly on the ground, her form grey and stretched out, her fingers elongated. You see the area where the ritual was taking place completely destroyed. And Will, if you'd like to please stop the timer for me.
How long do we have left, do I want to know?
3 minutes and 48 seconds.
That's a personal best for us.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Because we've fucked up every one so far.
Yeah, the fact that we actually made it.
Yeah, I'm impressed with us. And played chess in fucking somehow.
Wait, so the form of Polly in front of us turned gray and elongated. Is it dead?
It is dead.
Smash it for good measure.
It smashes for great measure.
What the hell was that? Did we do it?
I don't know. I think so. We're alive.
I believe so. But I worry. I don't know. If I before she dissipates, I do bow to the Scarlet Lady and my spiritual weapon dissipates. But
Where's the real Polly then? He said he still had time.
I think we have to find a.
Yeah, let's go somewhere. Polly.
Where would she be?
Maybe
Polly.
here, somewhere. I don't.
I'm gonna look around. I'm just gonna start running.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, investigation checks to see if
Yeah,
we see anything.
I'm gonna do the investigation things.
Do that too.
I am crap at investigation.
16.
So am I. I really am.
None of you see any sign of Polly here in the arena.
Fuck. Fucking gone, mate. It's been stolen by someone else.
That's next episode.
Next.
Look, the
Next
castle,
season.
the queen in the castle, the chess.
The
Queen.
Yes. Okay. You haven't.
The queen
Heart
was
attack.
taken by the castle.
Wait.
The-
We are missing something here. When she said that they went to meet with the people in Mendara, the Mendarans took Den and the other guy aside. The Mendaran people did that. The rulers did that.
Flinlick runs over to the body of the fake Polly and does a triage on her. She was weaker for some reason. She's smaller than all the other ones.
Oh God! Don't.
Was
don't.
this
Oh.
actually Polly and then under an illusion and under some type of control?
I don't know anymore. Try it.
You, on the 14, you get the sense that this is not Polly.
Okay.
In which case,
Well,
my point is,
Okay.
this all started on a diplomatic mission. They came to this place. That they spoke with the rulers of. My brain has just completely gone.
Mendara.
Mendara. Yep. They spoke to the rulers of Mendara. They came on a diplomatic mission, and when the leaders of Mendara weren't satisfied with how compliant Dent and the others and the general were, they replaced them. Which means whoever is orchestrating all of this, whoever gave them their orders, is in Mendara and was at that diplomatic meeting, which means they have to be someone in power.
Well, and theoretic, Loraya, Tyrion, and perhaps we know Dent, the real Dent, was alive. We assume the real Aleth is really dead, but possibly resurrectable. There still could be the real Tyrion and the real Loraya here. And yes, the castle took the queen. I'm totally winging this.
I know.
It makes
but
sense.
I'm not.
I doubt our presence has gone unnoticed here, though. I don't know what that
we're at the
means,
bottom of
but
an
I
arena.
feel like they
we're
might
at the bottom of
expect
an
us.
arena, in a
Yeah,
deserted
the
arena.
whole arena was vibrating and then exploded. Though I
Yeah,
like
that's
to
true
bet
too.
the odds that we've been noticed. Artie just shakes his head,
What are
stands
we
up.
missing?
He
What are we missing? What are we
he-
missing?
prestidigitations all the vomit away, sheaths his rapier, and just says, "I'm going to the castle."
Okay, guys, do you know what that moment this is now? How diabolical is Louise? that's what this is all of a sudden. This suddenly is the who cares what the characters think. What did Louise do?
What did she do?
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Archie.
castle.
All
I'm
right.
running.
Artie's going straight towards the castle.
Tyrus follows down, but thinking deeply.
I am all up for walking through the front door. I don't care how many guards there are. I'm
I'm walking up with you,
Let's
and in a rare moment of deferring to Artie, he's like, "Should I be Dent?"
Who should I
He
be?
just shakes his head and just says, I think it's time we all chose who we are going to be.
Nailed it. Let's go.
And
I'll put on a wig as I run.
head straight towards the palace.
Yeah, march in like the Prince Regent.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do this.
You head determined through the streets, and suddenly you notice that these guards, they seem somewhat disorientated, as if what's happened has had some effect on them as well. They look at each other in confusion as you walk past, but pay no specific attention to you. You approach the castle with ease. Indeed, even at the guards at the castle gate seem too disorientated to even notice your presence, and you are able to walk in freely.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is happening. Artie is going to walk in, and I've never been here, but I am.
You've heard a lot
Yes.
about it.
Sure, you have. Yes,
I've
sure
never,
you have.
No, I've never left. I wasn't allowed to leave the castle. Like, I knew the
right.
castle. That was my jam. It was like,
Gotcha.
let's go to the castle. I fucking know that place like the back of my hand. But everywhere else, fucking never been there. But I will march in, and I'm gonna march in like I own the place, because I'm done hiding. Anyone gets in my way, I will literally just snappy fingers and shoot.
And yeah, I'll be looming behind him, lightning crackling across my jaws.
I'm just imagining like Lady Gaga's Born This Way is just playing because she's just strolling in.
Wait, do the walk.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There's
The
the
Mandarin Royal Walk.
This is the Mandarin
Notice
Royal.
it has that geese flapping thing with it,
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
know that we're servants of Aquila.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
How you so
Perfect,
different.
there we are. That's how you have to walk to service her.
Wow.
Walk.
Didn't realise.
No. No. You walk into the castle, doing your amazing walk, to a soundtrack that's playing in your head. You're standing behind everybody else going like this as you walk. And the guards, again, in here seem too disorientated to notice your presence. Some of them look almost tired out by it, collapsed by the sides. You make your way through the castle again with no apparent issue, heading up to where you don't necessarily know the layout, but you know kind of whereabouts things might be. It's a very similar castle in layout. So you know where the quarters would be, where the king, you imagine, would be located. And you can get to that door, no problem, Arno.
Barge right in.
Yeah, Artie opens the doors. He throws them open.
You throw the doors open, and in this room, you firstly notice a large four-poster bed to which the king is constrained. The king, Andres Lahota, he is lying inside it, looking ill, looking tired. You see, sat in a chair next to him, a male gentleman around the same age, perhaps older. You know him to be the advisor to the king, looking well, looking strong. Yes?
Does he look like Cream or Wormtongue? And can I stab him repeatedly in the face? Did anyone take away?
Yes.
Did anyone take away the cleric's mace? It's a walking stick. Remember?
Yes. I was wondering if he looks like Lucius, just because.
Oh, fucking damn it!
Is he albino? Just checking.
I would be so screwed. And then a Minotaur four-armed monstrosity of a beast walks
Anyway,
with two swords.
guys, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. On task.
What's been going on here?
What is all this? It's malarkey.
The advisor, the king turns to you, seemingly unable to find the strength to speak. The advisor stands up immediately and, very annoyed, squares up to you, although he is much smaller than you, Finric. He is just a human man, but he tries his best. And he'll shove you in the chest as he does so, that this is a private quarter and you do not have access.
Artie puts a rapier against his chest, the point of his rapier, and just says, "My name is Artemis, and I am the current rightful heir. Would be great if I knew the city's name, but my brain is just
Azimuth.
completely gone. And Azimuth. And I am the current rightful heir to the city of Azimuth. A city which is currently overrun by the people of Meridia. A people that has been manipulated, has been used and perverted by people from this land. And I demand answers.
Are we within 10 minutes of the battle?
Yes. You got here very quick.
That's also a viewer decision, Louise, if you want to bring one on fast.
Battle?
Ooh. So, since I cast Zone of Truth on myself, he's right up against me.
Oh, okay.
He's right up against me, and I have Zone of Truth on myself, which lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh.
I look straight down at him and go, tell us who you really are. Do you mean? I claim he. Let me check. I think he has a.
Wisdom
He
saves
has
he's
a
aware of what's
charisma
happening.
saving throw to
Yeah.
see whether or not he is affected. But once he fails it, he's affected and has to tell the truth.
Is this the advisor that you're doing this to?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because he's right up against my chest.
He fails that.
Yes, I'm a man.
He is a failure. He's a failure
Oh,
of an
yes.
advisor.
So tell us who you really are.
My name is Oliver Musgrave, and I'm an advisor to the king.
What is happening here? Why were the emissaries from I lost our city again. Azimuth
We spend so much time talking about this
replaced.
place.
Yeah, I know.
we're actually-
Replaced
Yeah.
with doppelgangers.
Because we wanted to take over, as in the olden days, as in the days when things were better.
Was this the king's plan or someone else's?
This was my plan.
I stab him through the heart.
And just before you do so, viewer decision time.
Go
Which is
on.
a fun.
Oh,
This man.
Let's do it.
oh! By the way, I'm wearing a meat suit.
It's very intimidating.
All right, what's the
Actually,
speed
probably more
limit?
intimidating when you get right down to it. A
That explains the
dragonborn
Lady
wearing a
Gaga
meat
going
suit
on.
could very easily be quite bad.
I love
quite
the
intimidating.
idea that Dragonborn's just snacking on his own clothes, just like as he walks in, just like, now you listen here,
Beef jerky.
rips a bit of jerky.
So, viewer decision, quick.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us, guys.
Viewers. The magic has been dispelled. The ritual has been interrupted. That will have definitely a massive impact on our people's home city, their turf. Tell me, what is going on right now in the city? Right now.
All right, out of the first line, guys. What's happening right
which-
now?
Our home
In
city
Azimuth.
or
Yeah,
the
in
city
Azimuth.
we're in?
In a home city. Also,
Yeah, well,
guys,
we're in
home city.
Mindara. What are we going to go find when we go home?
if I could take a second here as well, we are 6 followers away from 14,000. If you haven't followed yet, follow, tell your friends,
Please.
tell your mom, let's make it happen, guys.
Do it.
Alright, what's happening
it.
back in the home city of Azimuth, and let's play some games. We got 17 minutes on the clock here.
So stab him in the heart.
7.5.
Stab him in the
Through the heart.
And you're too late.
Ooh, yeah, and is he touching me?
He shoved you. He's not currently touching you.
Okay. Can I sort of step into him so that Artie has something to push against, or so to speak?
You can. You can square up to him. It's very easy. He's a small man.
Yeah.
So yeah, Artie runs him through, and this is the first. I think this might be the first time Artie's killed someone.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
You've been
Chris,
very careful.
Crit successes from Winslow to Tyrus and Flenric.
I'm sorry, what?
Crit successes
We got nat
to
20s.
Tyrus
Crit
and-
successes. Oh, I know what I'm using that for.
So
And
go me an attack for your heart stab.
this will be at advantage. A 23
That hits him.
for 11 piercing damage. I'm gonna sneak on that.
Ooh, look at
That's,
that.
that's almost my max damage. for that. Barring a crit.
Straight up dies. Just straight up, he's dead. He's a dead man. He barely manages to finish his sentence.
And Artie just sort of like, as the guy sags, he takes like a step back to let this guy fall in front of him and just says, "Our kingdom will reclaim itself and we will leave you behind. We will leave all of this behind." And just boots him off the end of the blade. Looks like takes a moment to sort of adjust to the fact that he's now a murderer, and is going to head over to the bed where the king lays. And he looks back to Flinrick.
I walk over so the king will have to tell the truth. Loom over the bed.
He looks down to the king, still has his bloodied rapier drawn, and says, "What is this sickness that ails you?"
I don't know.
5 away, guys. 5 away.
Been in some form of coma for many months now. I woke up 10 minutes ago.
When we broke the ritual. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I'll cast Lesser Restoration on him. See if it breaks. I forget what all it breaks.
It cures diseases.
Yeah,
poisons,
diseases, poisons,
and blindness, deafness,
paralysis, stuff like that.
Charms, stuff.
Yeah, I know it's not as good as Greater, but I'm not that high level. I say a prayer to my lady and cast it.
Yeah. It seems to. You don't need to make a roll for that, do you? It's an automatic thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's just it's a lay on hand things, and it does it.
It restores some form of color to his otherwise pale demeanor. He still does look quite ill.
Then I'll throw a Cure Wounds on him. And that I do have to do a roll for. Which will do 10 hit points of healing on him.
He manages now to sit up in his bed.
Is there a source for these doppelgangers? By destroying your advisor, have we stopped this madness between our kingdoms?
Were you even aware of what's been going on?
He's in a zone of truth. He said he was in a coma. Yeah.
I have been able to hear.
Ooh, nice.
What has been said above me, and I am well too aware of the atrocities that have been caused. And I can only apologize for the actions of the people I employed.
Well, they did some pretty fucked up stuff to me. A lot of people are dead. A lot of people we loved. Or just left.
Whatever words I say cannot bring those people back. I wish only that they could.
Do you have an heir, my
That's
king?
exactly what I was going to ask.
Yep.
He'll smile somewhat sadly, give a small, pained chuckle. I do not. I am afraid.
Perhaps they had the right idea, but just were going about it in the wrong way. Stands before you, Artemis. Lost your last name.
Saran.
Who was instrumental in freeing our kingdom from not only his tyrant father, but from this bane that issued from your kingdom. Perhaps he is the one who can bring us peace and unite the kingdoms once again as they were united long ago.
He looks to you, Artie, and you see something hopeful glimmer in his old eyes. And he'll chuckle again, pained, and let out a deep cough that seems to ricochet his chest. It would be nice to see peace again.
And as an act of good faith, I actually pull Artie into the zone of truth. The same effects that you are feeling, this boy is now feel. Feel free to ask what you need to see if he will and is worthy.
Aseo! Get some drinks, everybody. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
I have to say a second. Do you want to say the top two, or do you want to pop?
Let's do top two, just because don't we have like seconds?
Yeah.
You'll lose, but yeah.
Top two. Top two's good for me.
Alright.
So he'll yes, indeed. You, the prince, the boy prince. What?
Wait, that's two, right?
These people have been through enough. Far too much than we could ever ask them to recover from. How do you intend to make things right?
By asking them. There's one thing I learned. You can assume all you want, how best to improve people's lives. And you can make as many changes as you want. You can enforce them as hard as you wish. But the only people who know what's best for the people is the people themselves. I'm not sure I'm going to be welcomed. I was pretty sure I would be killed if I was ever discovered. And my family name has been nothing but a smirch on this entire land for so long. I wish only a few things. I wish to restore some shred of dignity and honor to my family name. For the sake of my mother, my sister, if she truly does live. And I wish to see peace, but I promise you this. I will not allow our kingdom to bow before a foreign ruler. These people have been ruled over by tyrants who think they know what is best for them and live far from them. Whether it be in a castle set high upon a hill looking down upon the common streets, or it be in a faraway land with unfamiliar customs, assuming to know what's best for these people. Their voices will be heard. And I promise you that I will not be bringing an army to settle any disputes. I will settle them on my own terms. So in the future, if this is to occur again, if we are attacked in any way, I send this warning to you and to all foreign states that I will settle the problems, the arguments, and the wars myself. And I will do so in a manner that saves as many as my people from bloodshed as possible. I stand now in your bedchambers. I will do so again if you cross us.
He regards you for a moment, questioningly, eyebrows raised. You see the glimmer of hope in his eyes only grow, and he smiles at you, weakly, but with as much strength as he can muster. You are but young, but I see great things, not only for you, but for your country. You should return there now, and set about to do what you have told me you will do.
That's a crit
And if
fail
you need
for
us,
the NRC,
though I-
by the way. You shalom. An advantage for
Though
everyone
I
else.
understand, Woo! Winning. Though I understand it may not be welcomed, you have our aid if you need it.
He nods and just says, many of your people will be returning from my lands. I will do what I can to ensure they do so unharmed for the atrocities they have committed, willingly or otherwise.
I give you my sincerest thanks, my boy.
God damn it, Winslow.
And on that, Artie will finally clean his blade, which he's going to just, cleans it off, sheaths it, nods, and sighs, and is going to turn to Flinrick and say, You are strange to me. I was not raised to appreciate religion, faith. It wasn't something that was valued to my father. He taught me how to maintain trade with powerful allies. He taught me the best way to...
Yes! Thank you guys, hell yeah! Woo! Let's get some hype in chat, everybody. Let's ban that fucking hype.
I'll let my hands do.
14K! Hype, 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 hype,
That was
hype.
awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Alright, we've got 3 minutes, so I'll try not to fuck around too much. We'll talk at the end.
So, he looks to this man, this huge, hulking dragonborn before him, and says,
Thank you, Fenris.
I know very little on how to advise people on faith. I know very little on how to inspire faith in others, but you have inspired faith in me. Will you stand beside me and help me salvage what I can from this kingdom for the people?
But of course, I live to serve, and faith is, as my lady has told me,
a resplendent offering.
truly just
Holy moly, Winslow.
knowledge
Thank you, buddy.
with a little bit of belief in the good that is out there as well. It would be my honor.
He nods and says, Tyrus, you are grounded, strong.
Oh.
You are...
I
It's
totally
like,
got that as well. Grounded, mate.
you're go to your room.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, it says you are grounded and strong. You speak for the people and you speak your mind. You have a good heart. You live amongst those who have been through the most dire of circumstance, and you live amongst those who keep the entire kingdom standing. They may not have the recognition that they deserve, but they keep everything in motion. As much as I may proclaim to have spent time amongst those people, I can't hide away that I am not one of them. Will you stand beside me and help me better understand my subjects so I may serve them and not the other way around?
Artie, I have learned more from you than I expected to in our time. When we began, I was thirsty for another revolution, for the blood to be spilled, for the commoners' blades to be drawn, and take what is ours, take our freedom by force. And Flinrick, you have helped as well. Helped me learn that strategy is often better than a wild first strike. With all this in mind, Artie, I think you will be a fine king, and I will gladly stand by your side.
And finally, he will turn and look at Daddy.
No, you don't.
And he says, "You have always spoke plainly. You have always criticized when criticisms needed to be made. And you know about what it means to rule over something, guide something that means everything to you, that you are worried that you might break. I have two things to ask of you. One of which is conditional on us finding someone. The other is you helping me guide this kingdom into one where peace might finally reign as it should have. I've never done this before, and I don't know how exactly to ask this, but I believe there is someone I need to ask you about, someone I need to ask you for your blessing about. And like Artie's squirming at this point, and just says, when we return and we find her, if she would have me, would you allow me Polly's hand in marriage?
I look at Artie and I say, "Are you trying to butter my croissant?"
Can we end it there, please? Please!
Roll credits!
Roll credits. We have some post-credit scenes like Marvel.
Yes.
Little snippets.
Yeah, we can end it there and have some post-credit scenes.
Oh.
Of glorious return to your kingdom, to Azimeth. As you head into the city, the first thing that happens, Finric, you walk down the street, and a ray of light suddenly seems to...
I got the ray of light?
and seems to shine on you and you alone, and you feel warm and you feel content and you feel like someone is with you and will be with you always. In this same beam of light, it seems to expand and get bigger, and suddenly from the heavens rains down a large stampede of goats that seem to just
completely kill the
That
mood.
you now command.
Just what I always wanted.
Victory.
My people always say goats from heaven are the surest sign.
Hi. She is there.
Goats and geese.
Goats and geese from heaven.
Geese fly next to them. The goats stampede through the streets to cheers of the watching public. And as they do so, it seems magic crackles off of this goats, as seemingly the sudden surge from the breakdown of the ritual made magic go a little bit insane here, and these goats seem to hold very intense magical properties as they stampede recklessly, raging throughout the city.
Cleansing the city of evil
Yeah.
and spreading
And washing
eating
lives.
the bad propaganda.
The goats guard in the city as they run around. And Artie, actually, all four of you, you make your way to the embassy. You may intend on renovating it, you may intend on changing your location completely, but you throw open the front doors, and there, standing in front of you, is Polly.
Hey!
And she looks at you, and she smiles tearfully. She says hello to her father. She tears in her eyes. She hugs you dearly. She turns to you, Artie, and with a smile on her face says, "Welcome home." She gestures back to the embassy, to the castle where you spent your life growing up, and where you will hopefully spend your future, perhaps with her. And that is where we'll end Tyrants Thrall.
Hey!
Yay!
We made it!
Can I
We
just say
made it.
that's the finale episode? We've done all that stuff, and Louise couldn't even give me. You will hopefully spend your life. She couldn't even give me that. It was still could
This Polly's a
all go
doppelganger,
to
too. You didn't bother
shit.
to
This is
check.
a doppelganger.
Dude, you're marrying Polly. It's like that's
My
a
life is
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's a your rest of your life is going to be go rescue Polly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I'd
your
I'd
life's
like to
blessed.
use my nat 20 to convince my wife to come back.
I want
Aww.
to. I want to use my nat one to wingman him. Oh.
Can I? Yeah.
Just,
After credit scenes, I want you to all know that the creepy old croissant man now works in the royal kitchens. Just saying,
Oh,
100%.
is he Stanley?
Stanley.
He is definitely Stanley.
100%.
Definitely Stanley.
Oh my god. Well, yeah,
Oh,
that's, I guess we're wrapping up Tyrants Thrall for tonight, my friends, and for the season. So, yeah, we'll do the hype talk. Thank you guys so much for 14,000 followers.
Oh my god, 14,000.
Ridiculous number. And it's awesome. So this is my last day in the UK for a little while. So I'll be over in the US. I'll be back up and running by Sunday, if not before. So this is an awesome send out. So thank you guys. Thank you so much to Louise for running this awesome campaign as well. Tyrants Thrall has been so much fun. I'm definitely going to miss it. So yeah, this whip round of cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Thoughts on the season and all that good stuff. Let's start with Louise. And a hand to Louise, everybody. There you go,
Hello, thank you. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, the academy.
Just out of curiosity, do you know they're actually your mum and dad? Have you done the check? Did you ask them about croissants? Did you bathe
are-
them in vogue?
Yes.
They are doppelgangers, but I've come to accept it.
Yeah,
I think it's good to accept people as who they are, and they're imposters, so that's fine.
yeah, it's okay.
No, I've really enjoyed this. It's been stressful sometimes with notes because I'm shit at taking notes and doing things in general, and just being a good person. I'm not very good, so it's been great. But I've had so much fun. I've had so much fun with everything, with every decision, with every decision that you guys make, with every like opportunity that you take, and every breath you take, every step you make. I've been watching you, and I've been loving every second of it. Just filling up this world with such cool stuff that I love, and I love it, and I love it so much. And I'd just like to thank you. Yeah, don't thank me, thank you for letting me do this in the first place. When you first asked me those 7 weeks ago, and I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna take a turn, and it did, and it took a great turn,
and it was
so
glorious.
The glorious turn. So no, yeah, I properly great. Yes, good. Go. Yes, great. Thanks.
Yes,
cool.
yes, I can confirm it was good.
Can confirm. Great time. And also, 14,000 followers. Yes. Hype. Yes.
Hype.
But if you wanted to find me, because for whatever I don't know what words are anymore. If you wanted to find me on the internet, you can, and I'll make it even easier for you by putting them in the chat. There we go. You can find me on Twitter at No More No Less, where you will have no more no less the best time of your life. You can also find me on Twitch at /accidentallegend, where I'm a legend always, sometimes accidentally, and you can always watch that. I'm currently not streaming because I've been in a bit of an accident, as you can tell, so it's hard to do that. But that's fine. But I will be returning to streaming within the next week or so, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's me. Go to other people, because
Awesome.
I'll just be talking.
All right, let's go to Josh, who's also going to talk about a little bit about the new campaign going on as well on Tuesday.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, it's been emotional. I was like, I don't know. I said to Louise, like, would you be okay with me potentially doing this? Like, she was like, yeah, but they might kill you. And I was like, yeah. That's. I've met the party. I know what they're like. Yeah. So, I was, it was fun. Everything went better than I expected, to be completely frank. I think we did
Thank you, Doug
okay.
Malkovich. I appreciate it.
You did well.
All of the horrendous amounts of civilian casualties and riots and just general death. But yeah, so it's been an absolute blast, and thank you very much. So me and Will have been in talkings, and there is talk of a new campaign on the horizon, and there is talk that I might be running it. Unfortunately, we are losing. Yeah, we are losing. Unfortunately, a member of the cast, which is sad. I'm gonna miss you, Speedy, single tier for Speedy, everyone. But
Sad that I'm dying in 3 days.
This is true.
Oh God.
This is Squall and Louise and Will be joining me in a campaign that I've been writing for some time now called The Long March, which is basically inspired on you get those epic stories which so often focus on the big lead up to a huge and climactic battle with loads of really powerful heroes and legends fighting. This is actually a story about what happens in the aftermath of said battle. So after a huge battle rages, after the good guys win, what happens to the hundreds of thousands of soldiers who are left on the battlefield, hundreds of thousands of miles away from home, with no way of getting home other than walking a very long way and walking back through a war-torn land, and the effects that has on said land. So it's going to be a more serious campaign. It's going to deal with some of the more difficult issues of war, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. So not exactly one of their more sort of jokey streams, but yeah, it's a little deeper. But I look forward to seeing what happens to you guys on the Long March. And I've spoken too much, so I throw it over to let's actually Speedy,
because he's got a rip.
He's got a rip.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm dying soon. We're running out of time here.
Come on, guys. Let's start a
You can
countdown.
start that timer again.
Put the timer on the screen.
No, this has been awesome. I've absolutely loved this campaign. I love playing as Tyrants. I love all of your characters. Even Artie, you snarky bastard with secrets. But no, I loved it. And Louise, you've done a fantastic job of creating this campaign and everything about it. And we did well. We didn't die. The only like real casualties, I mean, you lost your mentor. I lost my sister-in-law. My wife and daughter have left, but I got him back, probably, allegedly.
Nat 20'd him back.
Not 20'd him back. Considering that's from a donation, I'd like to think that I just kind of bribed them.
I like to think being friends with the prince or the new king could help. Like, I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Could also help. No, I would probably have like apologized. Honestly, realized how much of a dick I was in general. But yeah, no, this has been absolutely so much fun. And I'm sad that I won't be able to come back for the next season. I'm gonna be starting like a full-time 9-to-5 job, so I won't be able to fit it into my schedule anymore. If you guys like me though, you can find me on my own Twitch channel, Not So Speedruns, or on Twitter. I'm a variety streamer, but I do a lot of D&D stuff. I play on Mondays. I'm in 5e doing Horde of Dragon Queen. Sundays I have one-shots where anyone can join, whether you be viewers, streamers, whatever it is, regardless of level of experience. And on Thursdays, we just started a brand new campaign in Blades in the Dark, which is awesome. Louise is also on it, so if you want to see more of her, you can see her there. Unfortunately, it won't be on this Thursday because we've had some a scheduling conflict with the DM. So we're looking to reschedule it for next week. But we will. It will generally be on Thursdays, and it is a lot of fun. I'm playing as a completely evil character, as most of us are, and it's just so good. But yeah, that's me, and thank you guys so much. I hope that I can come back on Encounter at some point in the future, whether for whatever.
You're dying in 3 days. It's not looking good.
Nope, sorry.
You know what? Will, I'm gonna see you in Orlando in like a few weeks or something.
Hey, I never said I'm going.
Do not test me.
It's perfectly
Fine, what am I gonna
corpse.
do? I'll have Tall Skull beat you up for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. This has been great.
Love that. We'd love to have you back. Thank you, Winslow, again for the night. I really appreciate that. And Tall Skull.
So yeah, what great fun. Loved the panic that having a chessboard appear in front of me ensued of just like, and yeah,
you just totally flipped all those rules too.
Like I said, my theory about that was why she let me do it, and we'll just stick with me here, Louise, was that my king was not really my king. The pawn was Artie, the king in disguise, and that's why I wasn't in check. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Clever. Go with that, Louise.
Yeah.
There was a reason for each piece being the piece that they were.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
I'm not sure if I read them right, but that was my guess. But anyway, great campaign. It was so much fun. I love sort of the idea of playing a game to get yourself out of a jam or a banishment or whatever, dreamscape trap. I thought that was very, very cool. The whole thing was great. Such a detailed, well thought out, amazing story. And so thank you for running it. And it was fun playing a cleric again. And for a little sneak peek, playing a cleric again wet my chops. And with something like the Long March, for those who've watched me before, Gavin is actually coming back to play the Long March and to be tormented by Josh, I'm sure, horribly. So for those of you who like the old Paladin of Fields, he is coming back to make the Long March home.
If you guys want to just like when a DM is given an opportunity to toy with Gavin, that's one thing. But then Squall sent me some cliff notes on the company that he kept, and I genuinely salivated with the opportunity to just ruin everyone's lives. So it's going to be glorious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Super excited.
But so also just a quick shout out to this community, because I know a lot of people here also watch over on my channel. Our final tally for May for my channel for the American Cancer Society was $581, and with a $200 corporate match, that makes it to $781. So thank you to all you viewers out there who always stop by my channel and donate. We do run it 100% for charity, and you can find us on Saturdays at noon running the Vice, where it's getting pretty intense. they're kind of balanced on a knife edge right now. We'll see how it falls. So anyway, thank you guys, and thank you, Louise, and best of luck in your travels as you head on over here, man. And we'll see you live in a few weeks. Will.
Yeah, absolutely, in the flesh.
I know, crazy. And then you realize that I'm actually a gnome.
Yeah, this is true. It's been polymorphing the whole time. He's a doppelganger. Thank you, Dr. Nolovich, for the 3 months. Man, yeah, I've never been more paranoid in my whole life playing this campaign. It's been so much fun. I absolutely loved it. I'm really looking forward to the next campaign as well. Mostly because Speedy won't be there. But I'm kidding. I'm gonna miss Speedy. I'm gonna miss him a lot. It's been a lot of fun playing with Tyrants, the two dads of the group. So it's definitely gonna miss that, and looking forward to when our schedules realign to meet up for another game. But there are some exciting new folks joining the cast and crew. A couple of faces might be familiar. Laura Lania will hopefully be joining us, along with Oho TV, who's a professional Heroes of the Storm player. You might have seen him on Wayward Tides a couple of times guesting on there. Well, they're looking to make the jump to our permanent roster on our cast, so yeah, exciting stuff right there. Really looking forward to it. But as I mentioned, I'm flying in about 5 hours' time. I leave the house, so I better get off and try and grab some sleep and pack. I'll be landing Wednesday night in America. You might hear from me Thursday on Twitter, and I'll be online stream back on Sunday, if not before. So thank you guys so much. It's been awesome. 14,000 is amazing, and thank you again to Louise and everybody here for me. This game, so much fun. But until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night from all the Tyrants. Bye!